Hey, what's up, guys? We're here playing on a Tuesday, and Richard's gonna run us through a Call of Cthulhu one shot. It's my first time playing Call of Cthulhu. Have you guys
Mine
played it
too.
before? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Who else
Never.
is
Played
playing it?
once about 20 years ago. We all died.
Oh, okay. So we're all fairly new, except for Matt.
And that's usually the goal. The goal is to die horrifically.
But that means you really
Uh,
experienced your life. So yeah, perfect.
there you
We're
go.
done
You
in
saw it
glory.
all flash before you.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and put ourselves on the next scene. I'm gonna put you guys out on the map. Uh, Monster Diop, you are driving the car, so we're gonna put you at the front left. Who's in the passenger seat? Hector, Jacob, or Rose?
Ladies first.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable in the back with them boys. I don't know them quite yet. I'll be in the front passenger seat,
Okay.
please.
All right. We'll put Rose in the passenger seat.
My dear,
Hector.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a married
Hector,
man.
you're going to be behind the driver, and we'll put Jacob behind the passenger. You guys want to introduce yourself to the audience as far as who your character is, and then I'll give you some description of what y'all are doing.
Yeah. I'm Edward Mansour Diop. I'm an old boxer who owns a Cadillac. Uh, I don't know. I'm probably not the leader of the group. I just drive us around for the most part. And that's all I know about me.
I don't think there are any leaders.
Yeah.
Rose, would you like to go next?
Sure. I'm Rose Preston, uh, medical student out of Boston, 21 years old, but I look young for my age. Slender and little on the short side. Rose has strawberry blonde hair, cut into a waved bob, and brilliant green eyes like emeralds. That's Rose.
Hector, Jacob, who would like to go next?
Uh, I'm Jacob Cough. Get the British accent. My name's Jake. My name's Jacob Carfax. There we go. I'm always smartly dressed in suits made by my family's textiles. I'm my family's in textiles, and it's my father's company, but I'm here. We work from the ground up. Um, so
Trying to
we own a
start a
mill,
new. Yeah.
and I love my family. I have a wife, 3 children. I keep a lock of their hair each inside of this locket.
So if you're leaving your family, it must be pretty important to be out on the road at a stormy night like this.
Business is always
Hector.
important.
Well, how you do there? My name is Hector Bonilla. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, but I've been here in the greatest city of the world, New York City. I am a ace reporter for the local newspaper. Sure, I still got to wear this trainee badge, but you know what? I'm up and coming, so it's gonna be real soon. I'll be a real reporter. Um, I, never leave home without my trusty hat. It's a straw hat, and you know what? If you say something about him, I'll punch you in the face.
A pleasure to make your
Um,
acquaintance, Hector.
How do we all know each other, by the way?
We're all
sure.
sitting in the
So you
same
guys are
car.
all. You guys
We
are
just
on the
woke up in the car.
Like, why did I get in a car with a bunch of guys? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
You guys
What
are
are
on the
making bad
road
decisions?
heading up to Portland, Maine. You guys have been contracted for various reasons to investigate a auction that's going on the coast of Maine, and so you guys are on this road. It is dark and stormy. This is the 1920s, so there's no lights on the road. The only lights you have are the car lights from your own vehicle. Every once in a while, there's this crack of lightning. Excuse me, thunder, and a flash of lightning, and it kind of illuminates this very dark and deep forest that is all around you. Not very many cars on the road. You are on your way from Arkham to Bolton, which I think is in northern Mass, if I recall correctly.
It is.
Uh, and so you should be you should be arriving at your destination probably in the next 2 hours or so. But as you are driving, I would like everybody. No, I would like Edward.
Oh no.
Edward, go ahead and give me a drive auto roll.
A drive auto. Oh, I'm awesome at this. Just a regular.
I'm going to give you a heart. Oh, wow. Extreme success. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little choice here.
I told you I was good at driving, guys.
And you
Nothing
come
to check
around
me.
this bend, and you see a ghostly white figure on the road. You swerve out of the way, but your handling of this vehicle allows you to continue going without stopping. As you pass by this figure, you do see it. It appears to be a young woman in some sort of nightgown. But if you'd like, you can continue driving, or you can stop here if you want.
Does she look? Can I tell the state she's in, or is it clear that she's standing out here? Something must be wrong.
You were moving pretty quickly, and you barely caught a glimpse of her as you were passing by, or as the light shone on her. It's cold, it's rainy. There's no real reason for anybody to be out on the road at a time like this.
Yeah.
You haven't seen very many other vehicles either.
I won't slam the brakes, but I'll drive up a little bit and then stop to see what everybody else wants to do. It's just, I don't know if this might be trouble. I don't want to get arrested tonight. A freaking white girl on the road.
Good God, man. She could be in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. If she's out here all alone in the rain,
Well,
It's a gentleman's duty to help.
All right. I start backing up the car.
Okay. So you oh, sorry.
I was going to look out the back window, and I'm going to say, I don't know. Anybody else think that maybe she was, I don't know, kind of transparent looking?
People aren't
don't
transparent,
know.
man. Are you mad?
You talking about?
look fine to me.
You saw through her?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It kind of looked like, well, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it.
Don't be coarse. Just because the weather is bad and her fabric may be thin, have some respect for a woman.
So
Hey, I got as much respect as the next guy. My abuela taught me well, and I'm going to tell you right now, okay? That lady right there, she didn't look wet to me. She looked like you could see through her.
I didn't get a good look like
as
that.
you back up,
It sounds quite odd.
You see that the red light from the rear lights kind of shines on her, and she is glowing this red tint. She does appear to be human. She has collapsed onto the ground. She's on her knees, and she looks like she is sobbing or crying, perhaps. You can see her shoulders shuddering. She may also just be freezing out there, so...
Oh my God, we gotta go make sure she's okay.
Does she look transparent?
She
Hey,
does
you know
not-
what? All right, fine. On second thought, she doesn't look transparent. Okay, maybe I was just seeing stuff. It's the
She's-
weather, rain.
She's covered in blood.
Well, that's probably because of your red light. Maybe she's just wet.
I swear, I didn't hit her, you guys. This
No,
is
I'm
bad
sitting
news.
up
No one
there. I
said you
can
did.
test. You
This
did
is
not
bad.
hit.
She's laying in the road. She's gonna set me up, but gotta do the right
Well,
I'll tell
thing.
you what.
All right.
Tell you
I'll
what.
come with you.
Tell you what. You stay in the car. We'll go check it out.
Hector, shall we?
All right.
I'm coming with you. She might need medical attention.
Here, if she needs to cover up, like if her clothes are sheer, give her one. I pull out one of my wrestling belts to wrap around her.
Is there a blanket in the
It's
car?
massive, too.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a huge.
absolutely gargantuan.
It's partly
Rose is
just to
gonna
show
look
off
like-
your presence to her.
So we're gonna
That'll
put
be
her,
useless. Leave it here.
cover her up with the champion of the world bracelet over here.
I'm just
So
thinking.
you guys
of the
get...
woman.
I'll put my jacket around her.
That
You guys
works.
get out. You kind of
Yep.
head over to her. You see her on the ground. She's shuddering, whimpering. She doesn't look up at you. She doesn't seem to acknowledge that you're there at all.
Hello, miss.
She kind of turns her head, and you can see the sunken eyes. She looks like she's been out in the rain for hours, perhaps. She's wearing nothing other than a nightgown.
Put that
She
blanket on. Put
very
something on
likely
it,
has
fella.
hypothermia at this point.
Are you injured? Can we help you?
Does anyone have a blanket? Does any of us have anything? We brought something to put on her, right?
I have a jacket. I'll take
but
off my
I
jacket
put it on her. Wrap it around her.
and I'll put it on
Honey,
her
you're gonna have to
shoulders.
let us take a look at you.
Hey,
Um,
maybe we should bring her to the car because
Get her out of the rain.
yeah.
I agree.
she clearly kind of flinches away from the two gentlemen and towards Rose.
It's okay, darling.
Uh,
Come with me. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna get you out of this rain. Take a look at you, okay?
Here, give her this, and I hand Rose my jacket.
And I take it and wrap it around her.
So when we get to
You
the
all
car, I'll sit in the front seat. You can sit in the back with her.
That's a good idea.
Rose, you can go. Rose, you can go in the middle, and I'll sit on the other side, so as not to alarm her too much.
Do you okay? So you guys head back to the vehicle.
Yep.
You're all soaked now. It is just pouring rain. Uh, Mansour Diop, the back of your vehicle and actually the passenger seat are now
No.
just absolutely soaked. Your
Oh,
leather
sorry.
is ruined.
That's why I'm silent. I'm just trying not to be angry at the group. It's okay.
A little part of you maybe wishes that you just left this lady. You guys get her in the back seat.
Edward,
There
I
are
can
no
take care of
lights
the
inside
fabric.
the vehicle like there used to, like there are today. So, Rose, if you want to, well, I should say, if you guys want to keep driving, you can. Rose, if you want to try and make like a medical or first aid check, you could do that. It will be at an extreme because it is so dark. So you need to get 1/5 of whatever your number is.
The higher, the better, right?
No, you need to be
Lower.
under
You
your score.
Oh, the
yeah,
lower,
you
the
always
better.
want to be lower.
Wait, why is stuff getting deleted? What was that?
Sorry, I just deleted some empty skill slots. They were
Oh.
it just said new skill with nothing on it. Sorry.
I'm losing
Gotcha.
I didn't realize
power.
you. Yeah.
All right. So my medicine's 50, my first aid's 70. Go with the medicine.
So it kind of depends. If you're trying to determine something, I would go with medicine. If you're trying to patch her up, out here out in the wild, let's say, that would be more of a first aid check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with her. I'm trying to, get some kind of diagnosis going or something. So I'm not trying to patch her up because I don't know what's wrong with her. I'm trying to see what's wrong with her, check for wounds, injured, see what's going on with her.
Sure.
So I just click on medicine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're looking to get a 10 or less. Ah,
No.
critical fail.
Is that a critical?
So,
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh, it's begun. Good night, guys.
So
This is the thing he was talking about.
you could technically push your luck, but
You already
not
said
necessary.
it's really hard and it's in the dark now. That's
yeah. So you start poking and prodding her, and she just like slaps you across the face, and then just kind of collapses and passes out.
Oh.
I am going to
Dude,
ask you to
class.
just take 1 point. You're going to take 1 hit point of damage.
that was quick.
Oh my gosh. What's happening back there?
Good lord.
I think I hit it wrong. I think I.
She smacked
Oh,
Rose, and now she's unconscious.
It was presumptuous of me to take a closer look at her, but
Are you all right?
I'm okay. It's not the first time I've been slapped here.
We got any
Look like-
morphine?
You look a little dazed, though.
Yeah, she's got quite a wallop to her.
I didn't
But I'm
bring my
okay.
Have you continued on the road?
Well, the question
Did you keep
is
driving?
the way that we keep going is that I guess that's
You're going north.
but like we're gonna get to somewhere faster than the other way.
Yeah, there. You've been out here in the woods and wilderness for hours. There have been small towns, perhaps, but you don't know
We're
what
closer to
kind
our
of situation they
destination
are in.
than anywhere else. Okay, then yeah, then
You're
I'd start.
definitely closer to the next big town.
Maybe we should bring it. Maybe we should ask where she lives and bring her home.
She's
Oh, I know you would
unconscious.
think that. That's not the right.
Just
Thought you were a gentleman.
if she came
No.
from somewhere close to here, it was not someplace treating her well. I say we move on.
Well, how do you know
All
that?
right.
She
Look
might
at the
need
condition she's in.
she might need medical attention. Maybe bring her to a hospital or something.
Maybe they were
There's
looking after
none.
her and she escaped.
Well, continue on to Bolton. There's not going to be any help here.
That's true. That's true. Better get on the road. All right, I keep driving.
Jacob and Hector, since you guys are on the right side of the vehicle,
Yep.
do me a favor and give me a spot hidden check.
Spot hidden. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's in skills.
Mm-hmm. They are all in alphabetical order. If they're not, you can put them in alphabetical order.
There's spot hidden.
Aha.
3 stars.
I
Okay.
don't see
Uh,
anything.
Yeah, Jacob, you look out the window, you see some lightning flash. Nothing in particular happens. Is that extreme success? Oh, yeah, it is. Hector,
Yes.
you see there's a lightning flash kind of on this like little hilltop where there seems to be no trees.
Uh-huh.
And as the lightning dissipates, as that flash goes away, there's still this glow. And initially you think, oh, maybe one of the trees caught on fire. But something about this light that you see leaves you a little unsettled.
Oh.
Do me a favor and make a constitution check. And that's your con up at the top. And it's just a regular check.
Minor success.
Okay. All right. So this wave of kind of nausea rolls over you, and you think for a second maybe it's just the cold and the sudden turn and the swerving on the road. Maybe it all kind of got to you. And then you look back up, and that light that you saw is gone.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and keep going.
So I'm gonna turn to Edward and Jacob, and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, this New England weather, huh? I swear I think I saw like a glow or something over there by the hills."
I was blinded by the lightning. This weather does remind me of home. It's no wonder they call this New England.
Are you sure you saw something? You could have swore she was see-through before. Maybe it was a trick of
Yeah.
light.
Well, no, this was more like the lightning went off, and then there was like this eerie glow over there, and I thought for a second maybe a tree caught fire, but like this is more like, I don't know, it's more like a halo sort of strangeness, real weird. And now I feel
I
kind
saw
of funny.
nothing.
I feel funny.
You sure the cold and the damp isn't getting to you?
Hey, you know, I don't know. Being this far outside the city is kind of a new thing for me, you know.
Edward, make an intelligence check real quick, or maybe intelligence
Just a
or
bit.
education. Actually, let's do education.
All right.
They're at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm educated.
You get the distinct impression, the way he's describing this, he might throw up in your car.
I might throw up. Oh God. Well, maybe
Oh,
I have to stop.
Hector might.
Oh,
Sorry,
Hector
Hector
might,
might
sorry.
throw up in your
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's describing this tummy ache or this weird feeling. And
No, look, my seats are already so wet. You gotta go out the window, or I'm stopping. Are you gonna puke or what?
I ain't gonna puke in your car.
So stop looking
I
at weird
can-
lights, man.
Perhaps roll down the window just in case, or be ready on the handle, on the turn handle.
But it's pouring out. All right, you know what? I'll
It
crack the
spins.
window. Okay, I'll crack the window.
Just be ready.
Crank it.
I crack it a little. I'm gonna crack the window a little bit. Get some fresh air in here.
Care an awful lot about this car, don't you?
It's my precious. Spent all my savings on all my winnings.
As
You
I
guys
said,
continue on the road.
if the leather needs care, I can assist with that.
I appreciate that.
You guys continue on the road, and on the left you see what looks to be some sort of road that maybe is a road to someone's house. Could be going anywhere, but you know that your destination that you're trying to get to is straight ahead. Would you like to keep going, or do you want to turn it off on this road?
Is there a mailbox that says like the name of a house or people or anything?
No.
That's on my mind too, so I'll slow to see what other people say.
I mean, where else could she have come from?
This is not our destination.
Well,
Oh.
I didn't intend to pick her up either.
On
It
a
is
night
a-
like this, I don't see any wisdom in deviating from our course.
Yeah, I don't think she lives right down the road from where she's in the middle of the road crying.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, no. Why would she be right down the road?
I mean, why wouldn't she be?
Why would she be?
Maybe we should try
She
waking her
lives
up.
there.
Why wouldn't she be? Because it's raining and it's horrible weather.
Well,
Anyone close by who allowed her to get to this condition probably would not be a good idea to bring her back there.
Right, maybe this is the house she was trying to get away from.
that's
My
fair.
thoughts exactly.
You guys continue on ahead then?
Was there a mailbox or anything?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess we continue on. It seems like that's the consensus.
Carry on, Matt.
To our destination.
Maybe
Only so
another-
much gas.
Maybe another mile ahead, you come across a gas station. And I'm going to... I know, it's perfect timing, right? You said gas station, I said gas station. Let me put your characters out. Put you guys down here. Hector was in the passenger seat. Jacob's in the back. Rose is in the back. And... well, I'm not going to tell you what her name is, but the young lady is also in the back. You might be able to see characters and stuff. Oh, I can hide these, can't I? Don't look at anything.
Oh no,
Fine.
I wasn't looking until you
There we
told me not to.
All right, they're all invisible now. Okay, so you guys come across the road, and there is a vehicle stopped outside across the road. Now, the lights are on inside what looks to be like a gas station diner combination kind of thing. But there is a downed power line just a little bit further ahead. You see these two gentlemen they're much closer together. Obviously, they're much smaller than this. So you can definitely get your vehicle past them. But they are standing in the road, kind of arguing around this vehicle.
And it's crooked like that.
And it's blocking the road.
How are we for petrol?
Yeah, I guess I checked the gas tank. Do we need gas? If I go past, is that risking it?
You don't need to go past, but when you do get to the other side, you see that there's a downed power line kind of in the middle of the road. So everything beyond this point would be in darkness. Like there wouldn't be any light in any other buildings further down the road. And so you could hear the two of them arguing. One gentleman, a kind of a pudgy gentleman with a mustache, is yelling at this heavily bearded, much larger fellow. He's just screaming at him, "I need you to get your car out of the road right now!" And the other gentleman, he's just kind of like, even though he's much larger, he's cowering and just saying, I can't. Saw something out there."
This is bad news. I know it, guys.
Well,
Yeah, y'all are talking about people maybe after her. Maybe these are them people.
Uh, I'd say keep her down. Don't let them see her.
so
As you kind of approach, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you want me to hop out and maybe get some supplies or something, and maybe we can overhear what's going on.
Rose, drape the jacket over her.
Can't say I'm not curious. That might be a good plan.
The gas station lights are off. The diner lights, which is the next building to the north,
Mhm.
those are on.
Mm.
Okay.
So you can see there's several people in the windows. There's an elderly couple. There's a woman behind the counter.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I guess I'll park.
I say we stay out of the argument.
Mm.
Yeah, we got nothing to do with that. Well, wait.
It's not our business.
Well, God. When they're talking about seeing something out there, and then after frickin' Hector's talking, now I'm curious. You think they saw a
Maybe.
light?
Perhaps it's someone after the girl. I think we should keep her safe.
Well, maybe just don't
You,
ring her up.
Edward, you bring up a good point. Maybe I should go talk to those fellas and see if what they saw is what I saw.
Maybe, but yeah, just don't
I
bring
mean,
me
I'm
to
Don't
charming
get
enough.
don't get involved in that drama. Just get what information you can and get out of there.
All
Just
right.
don't intimate that we have found someone.
All right.
Just for our own safety.
Hector's gonna get out of the car, and he's gonna go up to the two gentlemen.
They don't. They see you, and the one with the mustache kind of nods in your direction.
Yeah.
But he just turns back to the other one and he says, "Give me the keys. I'm moving your car out of the way right now, and then we're going to deal with this down power line."
Um, Hector's gonna say,
Let me
"Yeah,
actually pause here for a second. Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Let me give you a chance to think about this for a second. I want to know what everyone else is going to be doing. Are you all staying in the vehicle? You're just parking at the diner, and then staying in the vehicle, or are you guys getting out? We're just going to kind of maybe kind of keep track of what everyone else or what everyone
Rose
is
wouldn't
doing
want to
kind of
leave the
simultaneously.
Rose wouldn't want to leave the girl alone, so she's gonna stay with her. Just make sure she's good.
Okay.
Rose, would you like me to stay too?
Uh, sure. Wouldn't mind a little company.
Certainly.
Um, Rose is
It
staying.
would be improper to leave you alone in here with her.
Today
With
just seems like a weird day. I don't know. Something seems off.
Edward, perhaps you could go inside and ask for more information.
Sure. What are we trying to figure out, though? Where we're going?
If there's any reason why we can't continue on, if that electrical line is going to be a problem for us, and if it
So
is there somewhere we could stay until it's corrected?
let me give you a little more information now that you've kind of stopped in front of the diner. You see an elderly woman. She is just kind of holding her hands across her abdomen. She's hunched over, um, maybe in her 60s or 70s, but definitely has that kind of elderly individual hunch. She is just looking out into the rain, kind of watching she's watching the two gentlemen arguing. And then you see another elderly man who was sitting in a booth a moment ago. He's got a big old stack of pancakes in front of him. And he stands up and he kind of goes over to stand next to her and kind of puts his arm around her waist. And they kind of watch you guys sitting in the car. and then you see just a woman behind the counter. She's kind of just biting her nails. A younger woman, perhaps a similar age to the woman you have in your car right now. And then Edward, you're going inside.
I can't. Well, I've been positioned to go inside. I think my response would just be like, I think the power lines are clearly a problem, but I mean, I think if we're looking for a place to stay, we could just go, just all go. And well, no, and then the girl. We're looking for some ways to to stay private like.
Well, just find out if there's help on the way with the power line.
Oh, okay, all right.
Perhaps repairs have been dispatched already, and it's just a matter of moments.
Okay, if that's fair enough. You guys watch the girl. I'll make sure nobody sees. I'll head on into the diner.
If you need assistance, turn and wave at the car, and I'll come in.
Sounds good.
We're gonna go back to Hector. We'll start with him, and we'll work our way down now that we know what everyone is doing in this little window here. Hector, what would you like to say to these two? You're about to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm gonna say. Pretty crazy weather we have going on here. I swear I'm seeing shadows.
The older, sorry, not the older one. The one, the fully bearded gentleman, the much larger
Yeah.
one, kind of turns to you. He
Yeah.
looks at you, and you can see in his eyes. There's this desperation, and he says, "Did you see it? Did you see the light? The light in the forest? Did you see it?"
Over. I kind of point to like the general area where it came from, and I'm gonna say over there, right?
No, it was in front of me. It was
Huh.
here. It was on the road. I thought I was. And my stomach was in knots when I saw it. If it wasn't for this down power line, I think it might have. I don't know. Yeah. Sam, and he turns to the mustachioed gentleman. Says, "Sam, maybe these folks can help us, but I don't want to be out here. I would like to go inside. If you want to move the vehicle, you can, but I don't think we should. I'm going to go inside, and let's talk about it in there." And Sam, the other one, says, "Jake, damn it, you got to get the car out of the road." Jake doesn't listen and just kind of starts heading into the building, and Sam follows him, kind of screaming in his ear.
And he's gonna go. Hey, so you want me to move the truck?
They ignore you.
Okay. He's like, well, I guess I gotta move this. I don't know. There might be some cars coming or something. I guess I'll just kind of. Can I just like kind of hop in and park the car like over here,
Uh,
get off the road?
I guess the lights are. If the lights are on, I guess the key has to be in the ignition.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah, that makes sense actually. So yeah, you can go ahead and move the vehicle. We'll see how everyone reacts to that.
Okay. He's gonna like do that thing where like you stand on the edge of you stand on the edge of the truck so you can kind of be a little taller. And he's gonna go. All right, I'm just gonna move this over to the side real quick. Okay, move to the side, real quick.
Sam kind of turns back and like gives you this like thank you look.
Okay.
Jake doesn't react and just kind of keeps going inside.
Okay. So do I need to roll anything to move the car?
I think this is simple enough. You're not
All right.
trying to do anything spectacular here. You're just parking.
All right,
everybody has a degree of drive auto, so
Okay, so I'm gonna park it, and I'm gonna take the keys out, and I'm gonna turn the lights off, and I'm gonna run on into the diner, and I'm gonna drop them. I'm gonna drop them off on Jake, like in front of Jake at the table.
okay. Excuse me. Jake kind of acknowledges you, and he looks you in the eye one more time, and he says, "If you see it, you'll understand." and then he's gonna kind of just sit there for a few minutes. And you see a young woman. She comes up and brings him a cup of coffee, and he just starts like kind of shakily sipping on it. Sam, the other one, he turns to you real quick, and he just says, "Thank you. I don't know where y'all are from, but thank you so much. Uh, Mary, get these folks some coffee." And he goes back behind the counter, and you can see now that he is the owner of this place and the chef, it would appear.
All right.
Um,
So
then we'll jump to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. We'll have
I was going to ask,
last thought.
is everybody else here, or are they still in the car?
Well, I'd be in there already, I'd imagine, probably.
Yeah, yeah. And so Edward Monsieur Diop, went in ahead of you, so I probably should have paused now that I think about it, but that's okay.
All good.
Let's jump to Ed, and then we'll go back to Rose and Jacob. So Ed, you come in.
Mm-hmm.
They're all still outside. There's these two elderly folks, and then a young woman behind the counter, clearly wearing like the smock of an employee of a diner. She's very well dressed, but she looks nervous.
I come in, I wave, "Howdy, folks. It's a nice establishment you got here."
The two elderly folks smile at you, and the young lady, the elderly woman, she says, "Oh, what a fine young man! Hello, sir. I'm so glad you're here today. Are you here to help us?"
"Oh, you need some help, ma'am?" "No, I was just dropping by." "What's going on, ma'am?"
We got this down power line, and we can't get through on the phone. Her husband, or would appear to be her husband, kind of like nudges her, and he kind of whispers in her ear. Go ahead and give me a listen check. Just do a listen roll.
Listen.
See if you can hear what he says. And we'll make this a hard since it's thundering and such outside.
Shoot. Oh,
Double failure.
double spiders.
Oh, okay.
Double bugs.
Spend 43 luck.
Oh.
She kind of smiles at you kind of wanly. She says, "Sorry. I should have known you weren't here to help us." Her husband goes back and sits down. He like starts digging into this giant plate of pancakes, and he holds up his mug and he's like, "Mary, I need more coffee." And she kind of the elderly woman, she kind of shuffles over to you as Mary goes and gets more coffee for Teddy. And she says, "I should have known you weren't here to help us. You're probably just out on the road tonight, huh? Pretty terrible out there, isn't it?"
Yeah, not too bad. Weather's pretty bad, and just this forest is kind of spooky. I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, it's not so bad during the daytime, but you are correct. There's lots of stories. Um, did you see Jake and Sam out there just arguing about this vehicle and the power line? Everybody's so hot and bothered right now.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't paying attention. One of the guys was yelling at the other guy. I saw the power line. Was just wondering how long that's been down, and if there's any chance of getting through soon.
I don't know. We can't get in touch with the power company or anything, and Jake's had a temper ever since he was a little boy. I used to teach him third grade. He's always been so angry, and it's real interesting to see him so cowed by Sam, who usually is a little calmer. I don't know. Something's off with Jake tonight. Maybe he really did see what he said he saw.
So you don't normally act like this. This is
Usually
special
much
for
angry.
tonight.
He's a pig farmer. He's got a farm nearby, and he's usually very opinionated and aggressive. Let's put that kindly. And she says, "Mary, can I get some coffee as well, please?" No, some tea. And she kind of sits down next to her husband and offers a seat across from her to you if you'd like to sit down with them.
Sure. Mary, I'll take a cup of coffee if you don't mind. While you're at it. And I'll sit down
You can
with
see
them.
Mary. She's like juggling all these things now. Hey, do you have any more questions? Anything else you'd want to ask before?
No, you can cut.
Okay. So at this point, Hector and Sam and Jake come in. Jake sits on a booth all by himself. He sits in the corner so he can see out the window, and you just see him. He holds up his. Mary brings him some coffee. He starts supping on it, but he's just looking out the window. And every time there's a flash of light, you see him like kind of startle and jump. Sam goes back behind the counter, and then we'll jump to Rose and Jacob in the vehicle.
Are we parked close enough that there's some light spilling from the building into the car?
Yeah, I think it's still going to be difficult, but I think it's only going to be hard if you wanted to make like
I think we should
another medicine check or something.
we should take another look at the girl now that there's a little more light.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I gotta say, I want to thank you for staying behind because I feel a little uneasy today. Just so many things going on. It seems like one thing after another. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling, and I'm glad that you stayed. I just wanted to let you know.
It's
But
a
yeah,
gentleman's duty.
let me take a look now that she like passed out, right, or something. She like slapped me and passed
Yeah,
out.
yeah. She's sleeping. You can definitely tell she's alive.
She might
Is
feel a
there
little
any type
easier.
of helping action? Can I help with this or?
There is not.
Okay.
Not that I know of, actually. That's an interesting question. I don't think there is.
Well, she's a little bit more light than before, and she's a little bit less awake than before, so this might be a little easier.
Go ahead and actually, that's a really good point. So let's just make this a regular check.
Nope.
Oh,
Being
man.
I said I'm in
You-
medical school. I didn't graduate yet.
you could push it if you want. You could also spend luck. Otherwise, let me know if you want to do either of those two things.
Listen, there's a
I
diner
can tell you
here.
what would happen if you push it. You would make whatever condition she is in worse. You obviously don't know what that condition is at the moment, but you would make it worse. Not to the point where she's going to die or anything, but there will be more consequences.
I'm gonna push it.
Yeah,
Push it.
Yeah, I had two bad rolls. I can't have a third one.
yeah. That's the
That's
name
how
of the
statistics work.
This is what
That's
Cthulhu's
because
all
that's how
about.
it works with us, right?
That's what Cthulhu's all about, making it worse.
Oh, no!
Yes.
It's worse.
God. So you push. So you start like kind of feeling around, and she's definitely chilly. She's freezing cold. She awakens to a startle as you kind of press down on like her midsection, kind of just looking for bruises or any kind of damage or anything like that. And she just startles awake, screams in your face, and just starts clawing at the door. She is trying to get out. I'm going to give
Jacob, you gotta help me. Something's
yeah,
wrong
I'm
with
going to
her.
give
She's
Jacob
traumatized.
one, just a little. We're going to do a little dexterity roll, and she's going to roll against you. Excuse me. So whoever's dexterity is higher, or whoever scores the better score, I should say.
So should I
Whoever's
just
is lower.
click the three letters DEX
Yeah, just go ahead and click that.
and regular roll?
Yep. Okay, so she succeeds. She opens up the door and she just bolts out into the rain.
Jacob,
she
you gotta
isn't
get her.
running. She's actually running.
Amelia.
She's just running right into the darkness.
We know her
Everyone
name now.
inside sees this woman jump out of the vehicle and start running into the woods, like just taking off. She's not moving that quickly, I should say, but she is definitely moving quick enough that if no one stops her, she's going to get to the woods in a turn or two.
Jacob, she's traumatized. She's scared. Don't let her get away.
Let me get my
And at this point, we'll go ahead and just open it up to everybody. So, Jacob, you can go. You'll get the first move if you want to jump out of your side of the vehicle.
Yeah, I'll
you'll
jump
chase
out
after
and
her.
try and chase her.
Okay. I will say Your dexterity is 75. So you're actually a little faster than she is. You will catch her in a turn or two, but you'll catch her before she gets to the woods, I should say. But I want to give Hector and Edward a second here to react. Winifred, the elderly woman, and then Teddy, her husband, who've now introduced themselves to Hector, they both gasp.
Oh, they both
Teddy
see
just
it?
has a mouth. Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
both have a mouthful of. Sorry, Teddy has a mouthful of pancake, and it just kind of like starts falling out of his mouth. Winifred just goes, "Amelia," as this woman like kind of runs off into the forest, or in that direction. Mary drops her coffee cup and then goes running, or coffee, her pourer. I forget what those are called.
Carafe.
And she goes her carafe, and she goes and runs into the back, into the kitchen area. Sam just kind of standing there, and he's like, "What in the hell?" And Jake, he looks, but he doesn't. It doesn't seem to bother him. He's like he looks at this, and he looks back out into the forest.
All right.
So my instinct would be to try to see it first and distract them from any of that, but I don't know if I can undo any of what you've said. Like,
Oh, sure, you absolutely can. Yeah.
like
Yeah,
would I
absolutely.
be able to like distract them from? Because I'm trying to make sure they don't see that we have this girl in the car.
I think it's too late.
So,
Well, that's what I'm thinking
So-
too, but I'm throwing that out there just in case. Tell me no if
so I will
no.
tell you. I will tell you that Winifred and Teddy don't have any statistics for their dexterity, so I can absolutely give you a chance to make like a charm or some other kind of roll if you would like to kind of get their attention before this.
Okay.
You won't be able to do anything about Sam or Mary though.
Sure.
So
Well, that makes
it's up
sense.
to
I'm
you.
sitting with them. I mean, that's what I would try. So I'll do the roll. I don't know what it'll affect, but we'll see. What do I roll?
Okay.
A
Sure.
charm?
Charm, intimidate if you want, whichever if you want to threaten these two.
You saw nothing, you old fucks!
Wow.
You shut your fucking old.
Oh God!
Alright.
Do you want to push it?
Yeah, let's push it. I
Oh,
click this
Cthulu.
open.
God.
Let's
So
push
let
it.
me
You're living
pause here
dangerously
for a
What am
second
I risking?
before you roll. So here's what'll happen. If you try and push this, they're gonna know that you are trying to distract them from the woman that is escaping from your vehicle. Like
Okay,
it's
so it
gonna
defeats
look
the
like
purpose.
it's gonna look like you
really
kidnapped a girl.
sus.
Yeah.
If you
All
fail
right.
it.
All right, I'm not. I won't push
No.
it then. That's
Okay.
not what I want.
So you what do you do to try and charm them? And we can just call it a regular distraction. Like it doesn't have to be something that's charming necessarily.
I mean,
But
I
what
guess
are you
I'd
trying to
probably
do?
just bring up my boxing career, maybe like flex in front of them, maybe see if they want to squeeze my muscle, but like walk over to the side. Hey, you guys look like you like muscles. Am I right?
Winifred, this is really fun. Winifred definitely looks at you and she's like, "Oh, Teddy used to have muscles."
Oh,
And then she touches your arm, but it's so wet. It's kind of like, oh, well, maybe next time. She looks at you with a smile. And then they both kind of like see this happening with this girl. And then Winifred says, "Amelia," and we'll go ahead and Hector, what would you like to do?
All right, so Hector's sort of getting ready to join Edward and these two people that he hasn't really. I guess he knows their names now, but he's gonna say to Edward, "Hey, looks like that white girl's escaping." And then when they say Amelia, he's gonna turn to him. He's gonna go, "Hey, you know her?"
Winifred looks at you and she said, "Escaping? Yes, I know her. That's Amelia. She is living with her grandfather, Dr. Webb.
We
Why
found
is
her.
she in your back of the?
We found her in the standing in the middle of the road crying, soaked to the bone.
Why would she be away from home? Teddy, at this point, he and Sam are both getting up and kind of heading towards the front door. And they're not necessarily going out into the storm, but they are looking, perhaps sitting under like the awning at the front and just like yelling her name, Amelia, come here.
Can I try to
Mary
pretend
has
like
gone back.
that's a surprise that she was in my car? What the heck? What are those people? I don't know.
You
what to say.
can, you can. That's yeah. That would be a fast talk if you'd like to try that.
Oh, fast talk. I'll
Yeah.
try it all. Yeah.
So
I don't have a fast talk.
you
Not under
don't?
F.
it's under arts/craft above fighting brawl. Yeah,
Oh,
things
there
are
it is.
not.
There it is. I see.
Yeah.
Fast under fighting. Okay, got it. All right, let's try it. Talking fast.
Ooh. Yeah. Sam, the owner of the place, kind of pauses for a second. Apparently, I'm so loud that my watch is telling me I'm in a loud noise environment. Sam looks at you and he goes, "How do you not know what?" He said that she's escaping, but you don't know that there's a girl in the back seat.
That's what? I just act like I'm speechless. What? What the heck?
Okay. All right, we're gonna pause and we're gonna go back to Jacob and Rose. Jacob and Rose, what? Jacob, you're getting out of the vehicle and chasing after her.
I'm chasing after her, and I'm saying, Miss, don't run. It's dangerous. There's a downed power line. It's wet. You could be electrocuted. And I'll run as fast as I can to try and catch her.
Okay. And are you putting your hands on her when you get to her?
If I can get to her, I will try and grapple her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try and bear hug her and bring her back to the diner.
That's great. Okay. So there's grapple, so we probably just do brawl and not do any damage here. Okay, that's perfect. Rose, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to trail behind Jacob, but I'm going to purposely stay behind because, him grabbing her and all that stuff is man's work. So I'm going to let him do that. But just in case they need my, proficient medical skills or anything.
Okay.
I got
I think that she doesn't get very far. She definitely, wants to get away, but she only gets to about where the two vehicles. No, I guess that wouldn't make sense because you guys are already in the vehicle. She makes it to halfway to the forest, and she just kind of stumbles in some mud. You catch up to her, Jacob, and you're just going to grab her and you're just going to bring her into the
Diner. Yeah.
Okay. She is kicking and screaming the whole time, just screaming about Dad, Dad, Grandpa, Dad, Grandpa, what happened? Where are you, Grandpa?
Honey, you got to talk to us. What happened?
Anything. And then you guys are gonna get her through the door. You see, Teddy is opening the door for you, holding it open, and Winifred kind of comes over and is trying to help as you all follow her in. Rose, you could see now she's got like bruises and lacerations all over her face and body. She was running through the forest and not really stopping to try and protect any part of her body from getting hit by branches and twigs, and she clearly stumbled a few times. She's lucky that perhaps these injuries aren't even worse. But you definitely can see like where you touched her and where those bruises are. You were clearly hitting them pretty hard.
I glance up at Jacob. Do you all those bruises and lacerations? That's branches and her skin. She was running for something. Hon, you got to tell us what you were running from.
My dear, calm down.
Um,
You know
What
these
happened?
people. These people know you.
yeah,
You're in a safe
Um,
place now. You got to tell us what's going on.
you see Winifred come over, and she kind of takes Amelia's hand. I'm assuming you like set her down in a booth or something.
Well, as long as she doesn't keep trying to get away.
No, she once she's inside, she seems to like kind of calm down. Now that the storm's not hitting her and no one's
Okay.
doing her any harm. But Winifred comes over and says, "Amelia, are these folks hurting you? What happened to you?" You can definitely see there's some suspicion amongst the people who are already here. Um, but Jake gets up and he just like starts yelling at everybody. He's like, "It was the light. It was the light. Don't you see? She said she was blind. It must
She
have been
was
that
out on
light
the
that I
road.
saw."
She was in the middle of the road. We
And
had to bring her.
I tried to
She's
give her a
probably
once over.
terrified.
I think I hit some bruises, though. I think I definitely hurt her a little bit more.
Um, so Amelia is going to sit down and she's not going to really respond to anybody for a few minutes. She's kind of
Someone bring her a
Winifred
cup of coffee. Bring her something to eat.
whispering. Um, and
Some cold
Sam,
water, perhaps.
kind of nodding his head. It's like that's a great idea. Yeah, Mary, we need some cold water. Uh, we need to clean up this coffee pot, and we need to bring out some more. Bring out some coffee for Amelia here. We need to warm her up. And he goes back and kind of goes into the back of the kitchen area as well. And you can hear him talking to Mary. Um, and let's see here.
I'll
Yeah.
kick the pieces of the broken carafe closer together so that it's easier for her to pick them up.
Okay. How gentlemanly of you. Mary comes back out, and you see her keep like kind of stealing glances at Amelia as she kind of sweeps up the glass, and then
You
Sam
gotta use bread.
comes.
Yeah.
Bread?
It helps clean up glass. Never mind. Kind of non sequitur.
Oh.
Ignore me.
Sorry. Sam comes back and he is looking at you guys, and he comes back out from the back, and he brings Amelia a blanket and and a new pot of coffee, and he says, "Here, hon, go ahead and drink this." And then he turns to you folks and you guys, and he says, "What are y'all doing here? How did you find this girl out in the road? Why? Where are y'all headed?"
We're on our way to Bolton. To the
We headed to an auction, but she was out in the
Auction.
middle of the road just like that. We found her just like that, bleeding and hurt, and we tried to take care of her.
"South of here?" he says.
just a
Yeah.
bit.
Yes.
We're
We were
homeless
just trying to
out.
do what's right. I didn't mean
There's
to
a
lie to
road.
y'all.
Well, that is suspicious, but she's here now, and if what you're saying is true, it doesn't make any sense. Her home is to the south of here. There's a road heads to the east, no,
I
to the west. Excuse me.
told you, you guys.
We knew it.
Yeah,
Well, look at her skin, William. She's
Whoa.
got bruises, lacerations. She's been running through the woods. She's obviously running from something. Something happened to her. She's traumatized. I think that's the bigger situation here.
Um,
We assumed there'd be medical services or some sort of a hospital between here and Bolton or in Bolton. That was
her
our
dad's
plan.
a doctor. Or sorry, grandfather. I keep saying dad. Her grandfather's a doctor. That would probably be the best bet around here, especially with the power line down.
Well, where is
Gosh,
he?
Does he live?
Fetch him.
your guess is as good as mine. Amelia's been visiting him for the last year, kind of staying with him, helping him out. He's gotten up there in years, so
Where did he live?
just to the south of here. Just head south, and you'll see a road heading west. Jake, at this point, is kind of like getting close to Amelia. He's been inching his way towards her, and he just says, "Did you see it? Did you see the light? Did you see that thing?" And Amelia kind of shoots a look at him, and then she starts crying, and then you just hear her whimpering, "Grandpa, Grandpa," over and over again.
What happened to your grandfather, dear?
I don't know. There was so much commotion all of a sudden, and then there's this light, and then screams, and someone was in our house who wasn't supposed to be there. Uh, and you see she kind of like it kind of slumps again, clearly weakened.
Is your grandfather in danger?
She doesn't respond. Teddy, though, he looks at y'all and he says, "Maybe we give her a few minutes to recuperate. I gotta go take a leak. Sam, give me the key.
Maybe we should go
Anybody
check out the house.
anybody want to join me?
Where are you
Go to the
going?
bathroom.
He's
I'm,
gonna
I'll,
take
I'll
a
show you
leak.
where the bathroom.
Oh,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
show you where the bathroom's are. If anybody wants to go to the bathroom.
We need to go find her grandfather.
Sam,
That's okay, Teddy.
says, "Well, you're welcome to head down there."
He's a
Teddy,
doctor. We need a doctor.
yeah, Sam agrees. So Teddy takes the key from Sam to go to the outhouse. It's like around the corner. He heads south, or sorry, to the north of the building. You can kind of see them on the little mini map here. And he heads to the bathroom. And Sam says to y'all, "You're more than
It's
welcome
in the
to."
same building. Why would they not put a door inside?
The 1920s, my friend. It's a strange time. Um, Sam says, "Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a great idea for y'all to head to his house and see. But one issue is that there's a gate. If the gate's closed, you're gonna have a hard time getting through it. Maybe Amelia has a key or knows where the key is. Maybe it's unlocked. I don't know."
How much time do we have to get to this auction?
Yeah.
You have a few days. You have a few days. Yeah.
Okay. And how
Because
much
you're
longer do we
going.
have to travel?
You were going to a hotel. That's where the auction is being held. It's like a resort during the summer, and it's pretty quiet during the wintertime or during the rainy years season. And so it doesn't get as much traffic. So you guys don't have any. You guys have plenty of time. You're not in that big of a rush.
Okay.
So are you guys planning to get back in the vehicle and heading south? Did y'all?
We got to find a
Amelia,
doctor.
would you
We
like
can't
us to
just leave her
check
like
on your
this.
grandfather?
So her grandfather is a doctor, but she ran from her. Well, because someone else was there.
Perhaps
said
we could
someone-
fetch him.
Was there that didn't belong there?
She needs care. Perhaps we could fetch him to her here.
Right.
Jake chimes in.
Thumbs down.
She said there was a light. It must have been the same light I saw. If that light was in her house, I hate to see what
It's
happened to
lightning.
everybody who
It's
was there.
lightning out.
It's not
Yeah, I don't
lightning.
know about that.
And you see for the first time, Rose. You see for the first time that his ire gets up and he kind of like wheels on you, and there's this rage in his face. He's like, "It's not lightning."
Oh,
And
gosh.
Winifred just like smacks him on the back of the head and says, "You do not talk to ladies that way. I did not teach you that at school." And he kind of lowers his shoulders again and just goes to shuffle back into the corner. And just
No,
keeps
I'm
looking up
sorry.
and down.
I did not mean to offend. I mean, maybe you saw something else. I'm just saying that we need to get her a doctor. And if there's a doctor right down the road, I think that's where we need to go.
Mary, after cleaning up the glass, she comes back out and let's see, who has the highest psychology? 60?
I'm a 60.
I'm a 50.
Let's see. I have a 60.
Okay, so we'll do this. Jacob and Edward. You guys can go. Just make a psychology check as you see Mary come back out from behind the.
For two.
And we
Okay.
both.
She's been crying. Looks like something. She wasn't crying when you guys first got here.
Who is
She
this?
has been crying.
Mary?
Mary. Yeah,
The
Mary.
waitress.
The waitress. She has been crying. She's kind of covering up now, but you can definitely see like the red rings under her eyes and all that good stuff. So, Um,
What's wrong, dear? It's just a broken carafe.
she kind of looks at you for a second, and then just shakes her head and she says, "It's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Leave me alone."
Then why the tears?
Clearly, it's more than something.
And you see her kind of like huffing and puffing, and like she's gonna say something, and then she just like kind of cries, screams, like she just runs back into the back again, and you just see Sam like kind of shaking his head. It's like I don't know, I don't know what's going on today. Uh, Winifred though has kind of moved her way towards the door, and she's like, "Oh, Teddy's been gone a while. I wonder what's taking him so long. Uh, his prostate's been acting up, so maybe he was having a hard time out there. I wonder. Hate to see that he slipped or fell or something. Wouldn't y'all mind and go and checking on him?" And she turns to you guys.
I look to everyone else.
Yeah, I can. I'll check it. I'll go check.
Okay. Hector, you you kind of head out the door into the rain, and you
Is
go
there an
around the
umbrella in
corner.
the building?
I'm a hat.
He's got that boater. He's great. He looks. You look. Rather than going out from under the awning, you just kind of stick your head out just to
Yeah.
look around the corner.
Yeah.
And go ahead and give me a spot hidden check.
All right. Here it comes. Ooh.
You don't really see anything. There's nothing there.
What
It
would I
looks
need?
like a light is on, maybe. Like there's some light coming out from under the door to the bathroom.
All right. What would I need to have a success there?
Oh, click it.
65. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you click the
think
spider,
it's
I think it'll
65.
show you like how much luck you can use.
Oh.
Yeah. So you need to spend 8 luck.
8 seems like a good deal, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. So there's this flash of light as you're kind of looking around the corner, and you see what perhaps is some clothes on the ground, just in front of the door, and maybe it's a hand. It's not quite clear. There's no real light there. You can just see this shadow from the light coming under the door. Well, there's something clearly in front of the door, and that light that from that lightning flash clearly indicated there was something there, some sort of pile of something right out in front of the door.
All right. I'm going to go check it out.
Okay. You walk over, and are you walking like confidently, normal pace, kind of gingerly, like sneaking up?
I'm trying to be a little sneaky.
Okay.
I'm going
Let's
that far in case. You know what I mean? Like.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
All right. Oof.
Okay. You approach this pile. It's still too dark to see, but there's definitely something there in front of the door. The light from the bathroom might give you enough light to look at whatever it is. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until the next lightning flash to see to get a good look.
I'm going to turn the light on.
Okay. Well, the light's already on. You just have to open the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you just kind of reach over this aisle, whatever it is. You just kind of open the door. It opens inward into the bathroom. The light kind of washes over whatever it is on the ground, and you see a human face, perhaps melted, elongated. The jaw is offset. There's a single perhaps like a human hand reaching up at something, and that's it. The rest is melted into the clothing, perhaps, um, but there is nothing left. You do see on that hand a wedding ring.
Oh, it's Mr. B. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Um, Now the sensible thing would be to check around the bathroom, but I'm not feeling sensible at this point. I'm gonna
Well, there's
run.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing here, so you're just looking out into the forest if you want,
Uh,
or you could just turn around and run. I'm not saying
uh,
you have to go into the forest, but you could just scan the forest if you'd like.
I would like to try to scan the forest. That's not a
Okay.
bad idea.
Give me a spot hidden check.
Hey, 38.
Um, there is a. You see something just on the edge of the forest, floating in between some trees. And yeah, Hector, you add a little backstory to your character. You're a beat reporter. You're always looking for scoops. You've
Mhm.
visited was it Little Ireland? What is that? Gosh, yeah, Little Ireland. We'll just call it that. The Irish community in New York City,
Sure.
and you've heard some stories about people going missing, and you have heard a story about a creature talked about in Irish folklore called a will-o'-wisp,
Yep.
and your mind immediately goes back to this creature that flits about in the forest and perhaps devours individuals who are not quite paying attention to where they are and where they should be.
Okay. Um,
It moves south, so you see it for a second, and then it kind of falls behind the edge of the building, and so it is now behind the building. You're no longer able to see it.
all right. I'm gonna go back the way I came, and I'm gonna go into the diner, and I'm gonna stand there at the door, white as a ghost, and I want to just be like, "All right, I don't know what I just saw, but I think Teddy is dead. I just saw his body out by the the outhouse.
Wait,
He was
what?
he was all melted, and I
Huh?
swear,
You sure he's
I know
dead?
he was just here. He
Melted.
I, like you can go look. It looks like he was melted like a candle in the fire. I don't know if he was struck. All right. He
I'll
says
have to
for the
see
group.
this for myself.
I'll
I'm from
come
St.
to.
Louis of Senegal. You're gonna have to show me.
So
Winifred stands up when you say this, and she kind of rushes to the best of her ability towards the door. Sam gets there just a little bit ahead of her and kind of holds her. You can see she's kind of ghostly white and crying, or has tears like forming in her eyes. Amelia, you hear her whisper kind of under, like all of you kind of hear this. She says, just like at home. And Jake is screaming, "Did you see a light? Did you see a light?" Um, and
this.
I think this is a good
Mhm.
place for us to just pause. Does
Okay.
that work for everybody? And go to the restroom, and we'll take
Sure.
10 minutes.
Sure.
Um, okay, cool. Okay. I don't have a 10-minute timer, so it's 7:07 my time, so 17 your time.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
BRB.
Alright. didn't mute. Boop. Hello? Okay. Oh. Yeah.
Your background, Alex, is all black.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that was intentional.
Not technically. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Like, it was just gonna be the Icewind Dale background, but then I did something and it's not loading that, so just black is fine. I figure for Call of Cthulhu, darkness is a good choice. Yeah, this is really cool so far.
Oh, good.
Thanks
Yeah, I
for
want to get a little feedback at the end.
Mhm.
The thoughts or whatever. Oh, man. Gosh. I'm so freaking tired.
Yeah. Now that you're sick, are you gonna make it to game tomorrow?
That's my intention.
Okay.
I feel, I'm hoping everything is going to be a little, I'm hoping everything's going to be a little better tomorrow.
Mm. Fingers crossed. I hate being sick.
Yeah, I've like been off and on sick for weeks now.
That sucks.
I'm back.
Hey.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Daniel and Matt are back. Tony, are you back?
No. We'd see him.
By the way, Richard, I'm to
Yeah.
the second book of Dresden Files, Full Moon.
Oh, nice.
Like halfway through it. Yeah, I'm busting through them.
Nice. Yeah, the I think the series really gets going on 3. So if you're feeling any kind of doubt or anything, just
I'm not even feeling down. I'm
yeah.
liking.
Oh,
I'm
good.
enjoying it. So
I,
if it only gets
yeah,
much
I
better
like
from here, then damn.
I like the first and second one, but I whenever I restart the series, I skip them because there's very little. There is little, but there's very little tie into the rest of the series. Um, just a couple little hints. So
Yeah, like there's like hints from like the second book about things, events from the first one, and I don't like to be in the dark about that. So, and I just
yeah,
want to enjoy the. I'm enjoying the book, so
yeah.
there's
It's also a good introduction to Susan Rodriguez.
Oh, so she becomes a much bigger character.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Has anybody read Pale Fire? I just heard about it the other day. By Nabokov?
Nope.
Alright.
Can't say
The
that I
guy who
have.
wrote Lolita.
It might be the same guy. Vladimir. Yeah, I guess it sounds like the same name.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird then to think. Because this one's like bizarre. I don't know if you've heard of House of Leaves, but it's kind of like that. That's like my favorite book.
Uh-huh.
But like it's in multiple parts. And there's like an opening, there's a poem that is what the book's based on. And then there's the rest of the book is a guy dissecting the poem and like explaining it, but he's totally wrong. And he thinks the poem's about himself and he like goes on, but like none of his references are true. And then there's an index that like has mystery in it and it's just very complex and you have to dig in and dissect it. That kind of shit interests me.
Cool.
Yeah.
House of Leaves. There's another one. I wish I could remember what it's called.
What?
There was
That's like
well, House of Leaves.
design
If
like.
I recall correctly, yeah, how it's like weirdly structured and has pages where it's. Am I thinking of the wrong book? Where like the
No, you
words are
are.
written in symbols, or
Yeah, they're
you know,
backwards or
there's a
they're mirrored or you
there's
can
an
turn the book upside down.
I think, gosh, I think there's another.
There's raw shark text.
Jonathan. No, Jonathan Safran Foer, I think, wrote a book
Hmm.
about 9/11.
Oh.
It was like this kid. Everything is illuminated, I think.
Oh, really? I like the book. I didn't know. All right, sorry. I like the movie. I didn't know there was a book. Sammy Davis Jr. The Seeing Eye bitch.
No, different book. Um, Gosh, maybe I'm thinking of a different book. Jonathan Safran Foer, I think. Hold on, let me just see if I can find his other books. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I think this is it.
That
Yeah,
is
Oscar
9/11. Yeah.
covers. Yeah. And if I recall correctly, that book has like that similar, where like pages are weirdly shaped. Like there's one where it starts off like the words are written like the Twin Towers, but then
Huh.
the words disappear, or like they slowly start to decrease, like the building is falling, and it's just left with that like one word or something. But it's meant to evoke the image of that one picture of that guy jumping from the building, or that person jumping from the building. It's like a really famous photo. I remember reading that book. That book, like, oh gosh, put some real tears in my eyeballs. Yeah, because it's all about this kid who's one of his parents. I can't remember which one dies. I think it's his mom, maybe his dad. But he finds like a key and he thinks she's hiding, and it's just really heartbreaking.
Oh, but he's wrong.
Yeah,
He like thinks there's hope. He
yeah,
has hope, but it has to be snuffed
yeah.
out.
It's
Oh
just
no.
real heartbreaking. Yeah, Jonathan Safran Foer. I think he also wrote another really great book. Maybe I'm
Probably.
thinking of a different author.
Hey, sorry I'm late. My wife's all anxious.
About what?
Oh yeah, about tomorrow.
Milton
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
is headed right for us.
Yeah.
It's at
Oh.
a Cat 5
Well,
now.
it actually jogged south a little bit. Yeah.
That's good.
Well, unlike North Carolina, you guys will do hurricanes in your sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my little concrete mini castle on top, and I've got the highest spot in the neighborhood. So
There you
Yeah.
go.
my house is at the highest elevation of the whole subdivision.
Is that good?
Yeah, that means we won't flood.
Oh, flood. Okay.
And there's a dry pond at the end of the block, just this big open field that's sunken down about 8 feet
Nice.
that all the rain gutters exit
Fill up
into,
first. Yeah.
and yeah, it's empty. So
Stay safe.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the thing that I'm worried about the most is if it's going to break my screens in the back for my pool cage.
And whether you'll miss game.
Well, we're not playing again tomorrow, are we?
I thought so. Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Oh
thought
okay.
we
I
were.
didn't know. I thought we were just doing one. Okay.
I mean, do you already have plans?
I don't know if I'm going to be good to play because of the hurricane,
Right.
panicking family and stuff.
Yeah.
I need to be here to take care of them. Yeah,
I get that. I get that.
because the winds are going to start around 8 o'clock p.m. here, which is like 10, 15 minutes after we start typically. So
Um,
Well, just let us know.
well,
But yeah, I guess I
finish
do
this up.
still plan to run game though.
okay.
Sorry.
I will be here tomorrow. Okay, so Sam is holding Winifred away from the door. I believe Jacob said he wanted to go look. Did anybody else want to go look at this body?
Oh, absolutely, Rose.
Ro-
wants
Yeah,
to go look.
I'm going out.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Rose, but you do have a dissecting kit.
Oh, I know. I was like, where can I use this thing? Thank you for pointing
all
it out.
So, you guys had. Oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say Edward's staying back, right?
Does anyone have a
Well,
torch?
I'm gonna step outside, but like
Yeah.
maybe not walk.
Does anyone
all
have an
the way.
electric torch?
No one has an electric torch, but Sam holds a Zippo lighter pen to be able to use. Got one of
I
these.
believe I have a lighter as well. It's raining though.
They're all of you do.
I could pull the car up. Use the headlights.
I think we should do that. It's pull the car around.
I think this is a swell idea.
All right, I'll run to the car to pull it around. See if I can pull up and shine the headlights right on the lump of skin.
You can see Jake as you guys are kind of preparing to head outside. Jake is getting nervous and seems a little more agitated, but hasn't said or done anything other than.
Keep an eye on
kind
that
of
one. He gives
watch.
me the willies.
Okay, so Edward, you pull the car around, so I'm assuming everyone waits for that. You pull it up so that the headlights shine straight down the little side of the building here. Hector, Rose, and Jacob, you guys are all going. Edward, are you getting out of the car?
Just like opening the door and standing there.
Okay.
Like not getting up
right.
close. I'm hesitant.
Jake, perhaps you should stay back, man.
Okay. All right. So Hector, Rose, Jacob, you guys make your way towards this mound on the ground.
Yeah. And I'm keeping my eyes on the woods.
Where's Jake?
Okay.
Can I keep an eye on Jake from where I'm at, or is he?
Jake is standing in the window. He's kind of gone back to where he was, just looking out the windows.
Okay.
He's standing in this corner right here. And every once in a while, he goes back to his booth and grabs his coffee, where he's just holding it while he's looking out the window. He's doing a lot of nervous moving. So he picks up his coffee, puts it back down. All right, so
And just to be clear,
Hector,
each of these represents one building, right? This up here at the top is one building.
Wait, is that a roof to this
There's one building.
yes, yeah. Sorry, this is a building, and this is a building, and then these are the roofs of those buildings.
So the roofs are where they're placed, and the back, and then the thing off to the back shows the inside.
Yes.
But the roof is where the building actually sits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's actually I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right. So, Winifred. Okay.
So we're all
Hector,
going pretty much right here. Is
yeah,
where we're looking.
Rose and Jacob. You guys kind of approach this pile. It's a lot clearer, like in the light of the vehicle. You guys have to kind of stand out of the way to be able to see, but it's a lot clearer what this is. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
So Hector's going to say to probably Edward and Jacob quietly, but not quiet enough so nobody else can hear. But like he's going to say kind of low. He's going to say, "See, it's exactly like I said it was." And get this. While I was looking out in the woods, I swear I saw something. I swear. Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy, okay? But
Starting to believe that more and more of what you say, Hector.
But listen, okay, you're from England, so you probably heard of this too. And I heard these stories down in the Irish section of New York. I do some bee cops and people down there, and they used to tell stories about these things in the woods. They called them will-o-wisps. They were like strange lights in the woods. I swear I saw one.
Old wives' tales.
You can't trust the cops.
But I swear I saw one, and then this guy turns out to be looking like this.
It's pure superstition. There has to be a scientific answer for this.
Yeah, it definitely has to be.
But someone needs to contact the police. The authorities need to be notified, and no one should touch the body.
But there's no phone.
I believe.
Then we have to clear the line and go for help. There's obviously some vicious something that did this. And it did it quickly and silently.
Rose, are you leaning down to get a closer look?
Absolutely.
Would you like to use your dissecting kit?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do me a favor and take a medical roll with an extra dice. There's a way to roll it with two dice. Excuse me.
Maybe you just got hit by lightning.
So medical meaning just medicine,
Yeah, medicine. Sorry.
and then do what?
So when you click the medicine, it should pop up a little window, and it'll say like bonus dice or
Right?
something along those lines. I forget what the wording is actually.
Bonus dice.
Is that what it says?
It
Yeah,
It
couldn't
says
have
it
been
says
bonus
lightning.
dice.
plus one bonus dice.
Do
There was
what
no
with the bonus
thunder. There
dice?
was no lightning.
Just click plus one bonus dice.
I think
All
there was
right.
lightning. We weren't watching.
While he was out at
the.
the, while he was out at the outhouse, we would have heard. It would have been loud.
Yeah, it would have been loud. It would have been burning and everything. People don't melt; they burn. This is different.
Well, Rose, what do you think?
I'll tell you in a moment. I'm about to take a closer look.
So Rose, this might be a little easier if it wasn't raining. It's still, the rain's definitely making things difficult. This looks more like a burned body, like a high temperature burned body, than it does a lightning victim. You haven't seen a lot of either, but lightning generally isn't going to be hot enough or sustained enough to melt down to this degree. Whatever this is, it melted him, perhaps from the bottom up, and his clothes kind of didn't seem to suffer the same fate. Maybe the clothes might have been more like a secondary burning. Like he was hot, so the clothes started to melt, but the clothes seem to be in a much better shape than he does. Like he was burned, but the clothes weren't.
Fellas, he was definitely burned, but this is no lightning strike. If it was, it would have done more damage to his clothes. So whatever afflicted him, definitely heat, definitely hot enough to melt him, but it wasn't anything like a lightning strike. I can tell you that for sure.
I've heard of something like this. Spontaneous human combustion. It happens all the
Yeah.
time. You just don't hear about it.
Doesn't happen all the time, but it is a thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, not lightning, but something else really hot.
Hector, you're paying attention to the forest, right?
I am. Yeah,
You saw it the first time, right?
I did.
Okay, and now you've seen it the second time.
I've seen it twice.
Okay, are you are you going to like the edge of the building to look any further, or are you letting the edge of the building be your block? You can't see anything on this point.
I think probably he would probably be back here, but as she's doing gross things with the bodies and everybody's kind of looking, since he's already kind of seen it and doesn't really want to look at it, he's probably gonna kind of not that far, but like kind of like
Sure.
yeah, peek around the edge.
The edge of the building.
Yeah.
Great. Do me a favor, and actually, I'm not even going to have you make a hotspot shooting check. You see what looks like a person, the shadow of a person, running down here, or well, I guess down here, past or behind the gas station, which is the southern building. Looks like a shadow, a person just ran to that building from the forest over here.
So Hector's going to say to the group, I just saw somebody run from the woods.
From the woods or into the woods?
From the woods.
To
The
where?
gas station, towards the gas station.
Let's go.
And I think Hector's going to start running.
I'm going to run too.
I look to see where
Right.
Jake is immediately.
He is still in the building.
Okay.
So you guys are running towards the gas station?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a gun, do I?
Nope, none of you has any kind of weaponry.
I got my fists.
Yeah, I got my fist too. But
Okay, so you guys run south,
Yeah.
and you see a person uh, uh, like running. Well, sorry, you guys run south,
Yeah.
and what you see is you see a person kind of sprinting across the road,
Okay.
and they disappear into the forest over here.
Huh.
And I would like everybody, or Rose, Victor, and Jacob, to make a not a dexterity, a spot hidden check. Ah, look at those rolls. Okay. Hector, you do not see it this time. You're too focused on this person who's running. You're trying to make them out in the forest.
Uh-huh.
Rose and Jacob, just a little bit south of where this person ran into the forest, you each see this floating ball of light. It's amorphous. It seems to kind of change shape, but it almost always kind of reverts to a ball-like shape. And it seems to be heading north, perhaps to cut off this individual who ran into the forest. I need Rose and Jacob to do me a favor and just give me a Constitution check real quick. Okay, Rose, you're both good actually. You both succeeded. I also just realized I needed Rose, Hector, and Jacob to each make a sanity roll. Sorry, I forgot to do that because you guys looked at that corpse. Rose, you've seen corpses before, but you've never seen anything like this. It's just throwing you off a little bit.
She got the worst of it.
Okay, and then we're waiting on.
Oh
Looks
boy.
mostly
Hey.
like a bolt of fabric to me.
Hector, give me a D3. So just roll a D6, and 1, 2 is a 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 2. All right, perfect. Hector, you lose 1 point of sanity. Rose, you're just going to lose 1 point because although it's weird, you've seen dead bodies. It's not the end of the world. You'll probably see more, perhaps sooner than later. And Jacob, you're good to go.
I focus on the fabric.
Apparently, you've seen a lot of your. No, you're not insane. You don't want to take that. Unclick that.
Just temporary insanity.
That's weird. Why did your daily go up to 11?
Well, my daily, yeah, my daily went up to 11, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna reset. There we go. You should have 1 now.
I should have
You're back
1.
at 60. Yeah. And then there we go. Okay. There we go. Great. So, Rose and Jacob, you guys see this person running out into the woods. What would you like to do?
I mean, I grabbed Jacob's shoulder immediately. Oh my God! Do you see that? What is that?
It's Jake's light.
Jake's light? The willow wispy thing?
Hector, do you see it? Is that the light you saw?
Nah, I lost him in the what light? What?
What is
Do I
that?
see-
And then, as they pointed out, you're able to see it too.
I'm like,
And
yeah,
it is
that's it. That's it. That's what I was saying.
You there, in the forest. Get away. It's there. The light.
You hear a scream, and it's so loud it cuts through the lightning and the rain. And then you see whatever this person is one more time. They kind of come running out of the forest. They see you, and they start running at you. They are naked, with the exception of a handgun that they are holding.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to tackle Rose and dive behind the car. Or tackle Rose and try and push her behind the gas station.
Okay.
Can I try to intercept this at all? or am I too far away?
You can definitely see it if you want to try and turn the vehicle and run in that direction or drive in that
Okay.
direction.
Sure. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense too. You would have seen them run south, so perhaps I guess let me leave it up to you. Would you have gotten out of the car to run south on the front of the building, or would you have gotten into the car to drive it south?
I probably would have gotten the car to drive it south, turn it down,
Okay,
pick them up.
so well, I don't think you would have gotten that far, but just they
Sure.
would
Yeah.
they would slip behind the other building. You saw Edward. You saw this person run into the forest. You see them running back, and they're kind of running. It looks like they're running towards you initially, and then for some reason they get spooked or something as they are running towards the car, and then they turn and they run south. They are naked, or perhaps naked. They might have like some tattered clothing on, and they have a handgun in their hand. You see them stumble for a moment, and they turn and they fire a shot into the forest. Edward, you have not seen whatever he is firing at yet, but you see him turn and shoot. So I'm going to give you a chance to see this thing as well. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden check, please. Okay. Uh, you don't catch sight of what it is. There's the flash of the light. There's lightning. It's not quite clear. But you see him stumble. He scrambles to get up, but he has fallen in some mud and he is like kind of slipping and sliding. Um, what would you like? What would you all like to do?
Well, I just bundled Rose off behind the building.
Okay.
I'm going to peek out from behind the building to see if he's still coming at us.
You see him kind of on the ground. He's like kind of sputtering, trying to get up. He kind of keeps slipping and sliding as he struggles to get up.
He's fallen. Stay here.
I just aim
I'll-
the car towards him, so there's light.
Okay.
And I'll call out, "You there? Do you need help?"
Hector.
Can I try to get the gun away from him?
You can. He is rolling around in the mud. He's not really looking at you. If you want to, you can. I will say that you do see this light kind of slowly moseying its way towards him. It's not moving. It's not moving very quickly, but it is clearly moving towards him. If you had to guess, it's going to take another 30 seconds to a minute to reach him. And he is scrambling and holding onto this gun. So
Okay.
if you would like to run up to him and try to get the gun out of his hand, you're welcome to. But leave that up to you.
Actually, I think what he's going to do is something crazy.
Okay.
So Hector grew up Catholic. But he did also hear like spooky stories from his aunt. Hector is going to go up to the guy that's scrambling, and he's going to try to grab his arm and pull him like away from the will-o-wisp as it's coming.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to say, well, I myself am not Catholic, but there's the Lord's Prayer, they say, which
Sure,
is like
yeah.
it's like, it's like
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed art thou amongst that whole one. He's just going to start saying it out loud as he goes and grabs the guy.
Just a funny story. I had that happen to me once on a roller coaster at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. There's a child between me and his mom, and the child was not old enough, or not, was barely tall enough to ride the ride, and she starts just screaming at the top of her lungs, and her mom is looking at me like asking me to hold this little girl's hand and just saying Hail Mary over and over again.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. So absolutely, you can absolutely do that. I am going to have to ask you to do two things. I'm going to need you to make. I want you to make a stealth check because I don't. I want to see if you can get up to him without spooking him first.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay.
I'll spend the luck.
Okay.
Pass.
All right. You're able to get up to him without spooking him. You're going to grab his arm, and now I'd like you to make let's do a fast talk, because I don't think this is necessarily charming him. You're just trying to get him to calm down a little. Go ahead and...
Oof. What do I need to fix that? 27 luck. Yeesh. I'm going to press it.
Okay, so let me just tell you, if you fail this, he is going to point his gun at you and take a shot at point blank range.
Okay.
If you don't, the consequences are much less severe.
So wait, I'm confused. I rolled a. Oh, I actually
Yeah, you
passed.
succeeded. Yeah.
I did. I'm
weird.
sorry. I'm
No.
still getting this. Okay, so I succeeded.
Yeah, that was weird, actually.
Push it
Okay,
anyway.
so you succeeded. So you lift him off the ground.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you. Make a psychology roll now.
Uh-huh.
Now that he's looking you in the eyeballs. Oh yeah, there's nothing left of this dude.
Okay.
Whatever you're looking at is not like he's a human, and
Uh-huh.
he probably has human body parts, but he has lost his shit running around in the woods.
Uh-huh.
He pushes you back, and then he runs straight towards the building. This creature continues to float, and it seems to be going in his direction. You see it at one point kind of blink out of existence and then reappear a few seconds later.
Oh boy.
A little bit closer to him. He runs up to the gas station and he starts just banging on the window with his hand, and then he takes the butt of his gun and he smashes the window down. At this point, Jake and Sam and the others are looking out at what is going on, and they are watching this. Sam kind of comes to the edge of the awning here, and he hold on a second. He yells. He yells at the person banging on the window. He's like, Billy, what the hell are you doing? Billy, get over here. Obviously, Billy is not responding. Billy bangs on the window and smashes through it, and he climbs inside, and you do not see him. This light does seem to continue to move towards him. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? And then I'll tell. Well, let me actually tell you what he's going to do. You see him. He comes out. Actually, I guess none of you all see. Or Hector sees this. Rose and Jacob, you do not. Edward, you see this as well. He points the gun, and he points it at the gas fueling station, whatever, and he is trying to shoot the gas tank thing.
I step on the gas to try to get the car away from this as this is happening. Maybe pull around to where the others are.
Okay. Hector, what do you do? You're about here, just kind of in front of the building.
Well, I guess I'm shouting to them what's happening too, so the people who don't see that, he's gonna shoot the fuel pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to tackle him.
You're gonna jump into the building.
I want to try to try to stop him from shooting the tanks.
Okay. He is going to take a shot at you as you're running, and the first shot he takes is at the fuel tank. You realize that he's doing that, and he's going to take a shot at you.
I'll grab Rose's hand and run towards this building here.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
I actually don't even know what that building is. That's interesting. There's no description on my map. We'll just call it a...
It looks like a pavilion.
It looks like a pavilion.
Yeah. Okay. We'll call it a pavilion then. It's open air, but it is covered. All right. You and Rose and Jacob, you guys go there. There are pillars you could hide behind if there's an explosion. Hector, he is going to take a shot at you. I'm assuming you're going to go with a dodge.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so characters. Billy. Huh? Does he not have a? Oh, that's silly. Okay, hold on. Apparently, I didn't put his stats in. There we go. Okay. He is going to shoot at you, and he has a 50% to hit.
Right.
And yeah. We're
Ow.
going to. What is that? I'm going to do this over here.
I picture this like that, like those old timey movies where the gun has a lot of smoke coming out of it, and
Yeah.
like that pulls out anytime he fires it. Oh no!
Oh, that's bad.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
50.
Okay. So and that is also below. So that's an extreme success.
Headshot.
Hector, he is going to shoot you in the leg.
Can I dodge?
Damage. Oh yeah. Sorry, you
Kick the
can
bullet.
dodge, but because it's an extreme success, you do have to get an extreme success on your dodge.
All right, here we go.
Oh no. Yes, you have to get an extreme success.
You
All
got
right, no
this.
No whammies, no whammies. Here we go.
All
No
of your luck.
whammies. Oh,
Oh boy.
That's
I don't think he's got enough luck.
Uh, hold on.
That's gonna leave a mark.
You'd have to spend 54 luck to pass.
And I only have left is 54 luck.
What?
That's exactly how much. That's how much you have. That's crazy.
That's exactly what I have. All right. If I was to,
I will tell you, you're not going to die from this shot.
okay.
But it's not going to be good. I mean, let me rephrase. It could be bad or it could be worse. There's still a die roll, so it's a D6 on the damage.
All right. So
And it's not a live roll, it's a die roll.
Yeah.
if I press my luck, I roll again,
Ooh, playing with fire. I like it.
and I miss. I assume the shot is worse, right?
Yes, and what I'll tell you is that you're going to be sprawled out, probably struggling to move as he takes his last few shots of the gas tanks that you're extremely close to.
All right.
Decisions.
It is Call of Cthulhu, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna press it.
Oh shit.
Really? Oh god. Just want to warn you real quick. You also can't spend luck on a pressed roll. So if you were to get really close and you were like, "Oh, I'll roll my luck," you can't do that.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sorry. Yeah, I'm glad I told you.
Okay, because that was my plan. I thought I had a lot of luck left anyway.
Yeah.
I'll take the hit.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll a d6, and I rolled a 2. Okay, not bad. It's not half your constitution or anything. So you're going to take 2 points of damage. He does wing you.
Okay.
Wait, what? You roll a sanity check?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay. No big deal. I was like, you take a shot.
Yeah.
You stumble as he hits you in the leg,
Okay.
or like maybe kind of grazes you. You can struggle to get back up and continue, or you can try and hide behind to the side of the building, or you see Edward, who's just driven the car just behind you. He has like he's over by the pavilion in the vehicle, and the other two are hiding over there as well.
Hector's been shot.
All right, I'm gonna crawl my way to the. I'm gonna stumble my way to the car and get in.
Okay.
Eileen pushed
Billy
the door
is
open. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, no. Billy's going to keep taking shots. This thing is right about in line with the gas tank as he hits uh, the gas tank with a bullet. There's this massive explosion. Sam, you can see over on the other side. He was kind of under the awning. He gets like just knocked back. The glass on the restaurant is damaged. Um, there's definitely a lot of damage. You can see after the kind of the after a few seconds, this light continues to move towards the building. It doesn't seem like it was affected at all by the explosion. And after a few seconds, the light kind of disappears into the building. You hear some clattering and some scrambling, and then just this horrifying, guttural, last gasp scream as whoever this was, Billy, apparently, perhaps finishes his time on this world. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna turn to Edward and be like, "Let's get the hell out of here."
Oh, we shouldn't have picked up that white lady. God damn.
Great, we need to get out of here.
Rose, quick to the car.
If everyone's beelining into the car, then Rose is definitely also beelining into the car.
Okay.
We
you
need
guys
to
all
take
get in the
care, you
car?
need to take care of Hector.
Oh yeah, I've been shot.
Oh shit! I'll run over to him and I inspect him to see where he was shot and see what can be done. Maybe I can remove the bullet with the dissecting kit. I don't know. But I don't know if that's a good idea. I
Well,
need to be able
he
to
was
patch you up.
winged.
Oh,
Yeah, so the bull's not in me. I just got a big old gash.
Yeah.
where's the gash?
Yeah.
My leg.
Just preventing
There's
you from
definitely
moving.
some bleeding, but it doesn't look like he's going to bleed out anytime soon. You could, hit him with a tourniquet inside the vehicle.
I don't have a tourniquet.
Oh, you're right. Some sort of cloth or whatever. Somebody could.
Jacob,
Rip
I
off
hope your
some of
guy could get blood out of this leather too.
Someone give me a jacket. I need to tie that up.
I might be replacing it.
No, I'm in the wrong place.
Let's get in the car. I'll tie it up in the car. Let's get out of here.
You see after a few seconds, this light. It moves through the wall at the back of the building, seemingly unimpeded, and just kind of heads off into the forest. Perhaps moving to the north. It's a little difficult to see towards
ball lightning.
diner.
Oh, ball lightning.
Liz, we need to get out of here.
The Will-O-Wisp. Telling you.
God, no.
Will-O-Wisp is the superstitious name for the scientific phenomenon of ball lightning.
Well, how could a ball lightning like chase people? That's crazy.
It must
Can
be
we discuss
drawn
this
to
in the car ride out of here?
It must be drawn to the electrical field of the human body.
I assume the car is moving.
Well, no. I mean, I guess the idea is like I start to pull out to the street, but I'm like, well, the fucking power lines are down. Are we forgetting the auction and we're just?
Can you not just drive around the power lines? You got pretty good driving. I've seen it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
you definitely could. It would be a risk. There's also all those people inside the building, but you owe them nothing. So
We can't just leave them.
I mean, there is the pig farmer's truck is there, so you could try to get everybody in there, and take whoever's inside, south or north or, he seemed real hesitant to go north past the down power line. You also, you could wait another day, go south, wait another day, and come north again when it's not but to gross out, you do have some leeway as far as getting to your ultimate destination. But there's also the doctor's house.
I mean,
It's not safe here.
I guess I'd turn south and just drive away from here a little bit until it's
Okay.
out of view. There's no lights in the background, and I'll stop just to regroup. Because
Can
I
I
don't
try
want to
to
get too
tie up?
close to the house either, because there's bad shit in the direction I'm driving.
Turn off the headlights. Let's keep an eye out for it.
Can I try to tie up
Hector?
whatever his name is? Hector's leg wound.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. He doesn't get healed or anything, but
Stop the bleeding.
it's covered. It's not going to bleed or anything.
Okay.
It's not damaging the upholstery, the leather.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
What are magic points?
So if you guys had spells, then you would use magic points to cast them. And that would
Okay.
also be where POW would come in. So
Okay.
if you were attacked by magic, then POW would perhaps allow you to survive.
Gotcha.
Can we go and
So
find the
what would
doctor?
What would you guys like to do?
Oh,
So-
God.
I
It's
overheard Amelia say something about when she saw the corpse that it was like at home. I'm afraid the doctor might have suffered the same fate as old Mr. Brewer.
Something
Yeah,
is just melting him.
As far as my leg goes, I can just grin and bear it. It's not a problem. Ugh.
Well, maybe he has supplies?
He's a doctor. Of course he does.
Yes.
Yes, perhaps we should look for supplies. Good thinking, man.
Gosh. Well, I guess
So we
the
got-
light headed the other way. Maybe we're safe heading this way. I start the
I
car
was
back up.
Are we gonna let's let all those townies fend for themselves?
They were here already.
True.
Perhaps we can find something at the house that helps. We have to just hope
Yeah.
that the gate is open.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. You guys head south?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn south. We'll head down towards the house, looking for the turn.
Okay. We will go back to the road map. You guys head south, and you see this turn in the road. It's a little bit of an awkward turn, but Edward's got plenty of driving skill. He very deftly makes it. And you guys drive along this single lane, unpaved road.
I know you didn't ask for that. Laura.
What
I'm
happened?
driving. I just clicked the driver roll. I know you didn't ask for it. We can
Oh.
ignore it.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
I take a long time to turn.
Yeah. Who knows how many townies just died because you had to take that extra few seconds. You guys come across a gate, and the gate says Webb Estate. It looks like someone drove through the gate in some sort of vehicle.
In or out?
In. Like they went into the.
Okay.
They went in the same direction you guys are going.
Interesting.
So it's been pushed in towards the house. You guys keep going, and we will make our way over to this little map here. Let me put your characters out.
Green Apple Acre.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what the actual name of this place is. Not Webb Estate at Green Apple Acre Cottage. How about that?
Yeah.
You guys pull up to the front. There is a what looks like a garage over here. So if you wanted to pull the vehicle into the garage, you could. There is another vehicle in there at the moment, but it does look like it has room for two.
No, I won't park in
Keep the
there.
car outside.
Yeah. Although I'm
Okay.
interested if that car, I'm looking for the car that slammed through the gate. Is there
Sure.
another car around, or the
So,
only one is in the garage?
sure. So, you see tracks in the road, or like in the kind of the mud where you would park the car,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and the tracks are heading off in this direction
Oh, past the
towards the
house.
forest. Like
Okay.
someone maybe drove it into the woods, perhaps. Unclear. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed this up. Sorry, you guys are coming from the north. The map is flipped. So the garage is over here. The front of the house is right here.
Did
So
they
you
run the
guys
op?
see
It doesn't
the
matter.
the vehicle, the truck or the whatever it was went in this direction, into the forest. So it went
Past the
south of
garage
the
behind the
house.
Oh,
house.
like south. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you could park here and get a good shine on the front of the house, or you could go to the garage, which is over here.
I'll park to shine a light on the front of the house,
Okay.
and then I guess get out. Should we investigate the garage? We'll just go straight to the house.
Well, we're looking for medical equipment, something we could use.
True.
I
And hopefully the
think
doctor.
it's more likely to find it at the house. Yes, I'm going to run up to the front door and knock. Dr. Webb, Dr. Webb.
Rose is gonna follow him.
The front door is open. It's kind of blowing in the breeze. The storm has really picked up in the last 30 minutes. It took you guys some time to kind of weave your way around these roads. The roads are not in great shape with all the rain. So the front door is unlocked and seems to be open.
Before I go in, I want to check the woods and see if I see anything.
You don't.
Okay.
Nothing's out there.
So I'll step
Just the-
inside and call out, Dr. Webb.
Rose grabs Jacob's arm. Hold on, wait for the others. Strange
Your
things are afoot
granddaughter.
tonight.
She's in danger.
You step into the building.
Wait for the
Yes.
others. Don't go in yet.
I step in through the doorway.
Okay. Rose, you're standing. There's a nice porch here, so if you guys want to get out of the rain, stand on the front porch, you can. Edward, are you leaving the car on with the light?
Yeah, I leave the car on with the light. I'll probably put on my championship belt and then join them at the front door.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So you guys are all standing at the front door. Jacob kind of leads the way in. I'm going to go ahead and put an image in the chat. I'll put it under game planning, I guess. Let's see if this works. Yes, it did. This is what you guys see
Oh boy.
uh, when you guys enter. You see an elderly man hunched over a small stone box. Um, he is just riddled with bullets. Someone has shot him. Um, it looks like he has his hand on the box and he's opened it as perhaps his final move, his final action. And you can see in front of him, a few feet away, there is a shotgun and a half of a body. Looks like the lower half of this person was melted, and the rest of him kind of not melted exactly, but kind of got stuck in this position due to the heat. Like his joints, perhaps. I don't know how this works. He's stuck. He's got rigor mortis. But the lower half of his body is missing. You also can see that next to him, there is like a mask, like he was wearing a hood of some kind. Yeah.
All right. The shotgun. Are there any shells with it?
There's no shotguns. There's shells inside, but they are spent.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
Um,
If I search his body, does he have any more?
Check his pockets.
the gentleman who is missing their lower half,
Yeah.
he does have a few shells in his pocket,
Okay.
just 3 of them.
Okay.
So I don't actually know how to give you items in this game. Let's see.
I think I just go to gear and
Yeah.
unlock
So
and add more. I guess. Add
yeah,
item.
shotguns.
Yeah.
I also need. I'm gonna need everybody to make a sanity check. Let me tell you how much damage that shotgun does. Your shotgun is. I don't understand what this means. It's 2d6. Oh, no, it's one. It's 2d6. There we go. So, yeah, it's 2d6 damage.
I got 3 shells.
Yeah. Okay. I need everybody to make a sanity check. This is effed up. Ugh. Let's a dry vomit. Sanity good. Sanity good.
Oh, I see.
It's just a chap and a half.
It's that's one way to put it.
Uh,
That's so positive of you.
and Hector. Sanity
You're
check, please.
optimistic.
Okay.
Very optimistic. Jacob.
Hector,
Justin.
Rose, and Jacob, you're going to give me 1 point of sanity. Edward, you're going to give me none because you had an extreme success. Apparently, you've seen a dude chopped in half and another dude.
I've seen this in the ring a couple times. I don't know what causes it. But
Lower halves.
I messed up a couple
Yeah,
guys.
so-
It's bad.
There's this ornate box on the ground.
I will examine the box.
Looks ornate.
Be careful with that.
Excuse me. Okay, so you open the box, and inside the box is there's
What's in the
some
box?
runes
What's in the
carved on
box?
the outside. There's
Yeah.
runes carved on the inside, and you also find a little journal on the inside as well.
I will take out the journal and open the cover.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you. Let's see. Can I configure ownership? See, all players inherit. Okay.
Oh.
Do you guys see this?
Yeah. Are we supposed to see all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
Where?
In the journal tab.
Oh, journal tab?
Yeah, it should be handout dead journal.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and read this
there we
to
go.
you. This is where the abortion thing comes in. So, just a little warning for anybody. There's some Cthulhu-y stuff here. The useful, if unorthodox, resident of the casket, our sin eater, is, as far as I can ascertain, no creature currently known to science. Where it came from and when, I do not know, nor did my predecessor from whom I inherited it, though it is undoubtedly many centuries old, if not more. Its uses have been many over the years, although it has predominantly been employed to rid certain local socially conscious families of unwanted offspring, be they the result of centuries of inbreeding, unfortunate accidents, or other unwholesome activities. The legality of the creature's use is debatable. Its efficacy is not, even in such cases where death by other means proved intractable. My conscience in this matter, and that of those who came before me, is clear. For many of the, quote, children, quote, unquote, would never have survived regardless, given their deformities or other, less obvious abnormalities. As for the rest, the Lord does not suffer such blasphemies to live. Um, so, just to clarify this language here, and I had to do some research on this. Um, I, I'm not sure how much Cthulhu mythos you know. This is Richard talking outside of the game. But Cthulhu creatures have a tendency to breed either willingly or unwillingly with members of the local community where they are. And so this creature was used to get rid of, some Cthulhu uh, genes. Let's put it
Sounds
that
like they
way.
could have used one in Innsmouth.
Yeah. Uh, all right, we'll go to the next page. Or do you guys want to talk about this? I guess I can give you guys a second if you have thoughts on this, if you want to discuss it, or I can move to the next page.
It was used to abort abominations. Is it that thing in the woods? The light?
It's almost like it got away somehow.
It must have been kept in this box. Maybe we can get it back inside.
Is that really something we want to even mess with?
We can't leave it running loose.
Why not?
What if it follows us? It seems to go after people.
Well, it seems to go after abominations, right?
Well, who's to say how it discerns, though?
Let's keep reading.
Let's read on.
As in all things, safety first. Should the sin eater escape its confines, then the only way to recall it is to provide it with a suitably prepared patient, unquote, such that it becomes satiated and lethargic and willingly returns to its coffer. Inscribe the spiral mark, which you can see in another image on the next page, in blood, preferably the patient's, but not essential, on the patient's forehead. The patient does not need to be a child, but it must be a human and naturally alive at the point of contact. Experiments with animals and corpses carried out by my antecedents were apparently most unsatisfactory. If the patient is conscious, then they will need to be suitably restrained. Once all preparations are complete, perform the
Recitation.
perform the recitation. I was like vegetation, recitation as phonetically transcribed below, and permit the sin eater to perform its duties. After which it will return to its casket. Once it is within, close the lid and seal it immediately, with a liberal application of the aromatic wax ointment.
So what is that saying? Now we need some kind of sacrifice?
Do you see any ointment around? I'm going to look around for ointment.
Do you think they were trying to do
There's
that to Amelia?
Even if we find the ointment, who is going to be the patient?
Is there a spiral on the forehead of the half man?
It does not look like there is a spiral on anyone. If you go to 1C, you will see this shape, by the way.
Okay.
There's not any kind of shape. Everybody give me an intelligence roll.
Who, me?
Everyone.
Just everybody.
Okay. I think I have to. I just press C. There we go. Intelligence.
Okay. Hector, you've been at the scene of crimes before. Crimes of passion, crimes of greed. You've been at the scene of shootouts, and you know if someone thinks they're going to die, they're going to do anything they can to take someone down with them. The person who's done the deed. Looking at the scene, it's clear that the gentleman who's missing their lower half, he came into the building, perhaps alone, perhaps not. He had a shotgun. He had a mask over his head. He shot the old man, and the old man appears to have, based on the fact that he had the box in his hand, appears to have opened it with his dying breath. releasing the creature to perhaps exact revenge. Whether or not Amelia Webb was here at the time, you're not sure. But we can continue. Oh, sorry, go ahead. All right, I'll finish this little reading of 1C. You can see there's a chant. I'm not going to read the chant because it's silly.
Because it's magical.
I was taught it's magic, and I'll summon this creature, and I don't want to die. I was taught the Sin Eater can be summoned and directed to seek out a person at some distance, if the correct phraseology is used. This being subtly different to the procedure previously noted, requiring modification to the symbol pattern and phrasing. I detail this below, but warn, and then it's cut off, so you don't get to see how. And then on the next page, you can see a list of letters, followed by dates, followed by numbers.
Are the dates in order? Oh, never mind. I won't question.
You can look at it. The dates are in order. I mean, you guys all see.
Yeah.
You guys can see this. You can just look. It's 1D is the pages or the page, and then just on the next page or on the back, you see "May God have mercy upon the physician." Written.
I think that's the phraseology.
So
I think
What
the
is it?
phraseology would probably be the incantation.
what
It's
is
missing.
the number on this
There's a
page?
torn off page. I'm going to check the doctor's pockets to see if I can find the torn page.
No such luck.
It's year 1920 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rose is going to start to look around the room for any kind of medical supplies that the doctor might have had.
There's nothing clearly in here, but there is some other rooms. Perhaps one of them would have something. If you want to check other rooms.
I mean, I'm not going alone. I'll wait till somebody else. We should check for some medical supplies.
Yes. Let's look.
Hector, you had some questions about the dates?
Oh, I was. Well, I don't know. I just asked if they were in order. Was Hector asking one?
Daniel.
I was just asking the group what they thought the numbers meant.
Well, they keep going up. But what
Yeah.
the letters mean? At first I thought maybe the dates were a different order and we could spell out a word, but that doesn't seem to be true.
This goes back 50 years.
Well, the numbers keep going up to the last date.
Oh, well, oh yeah. It's only 1,500. They were getting up to almost 5,000 before.
Well, the numbers on the
Could that
right
be-
don't follow a pattern necessarily.
Could that be payments?
Oh, you're right. They don't go increase up.
Perhaps
Oh.
initials of victims?
Huh.
Payments or reparations to families of those killed?
Well, maybe
It's an
Rose is
awful
right.
lot. It's an awful lot of money in 1920 money.
Yeah. Well, I've got 2,500.
Life isn't cheap.
It does also specify well-to-do families.
True, yeah.
Okay. 20,000.
Well, if that's the case, it looks like if this doctor's been operating and doing this, creepy abortion service, it seems like whatever it is spreading around this town, because it looks like he's like every year there's more and more, but then this year
It dropped off.
the last date was
Yeah, how
well-
long ago is the last date?
There was one in July and one in November.
Yeah, so it would be just under a year for the last one.
Okay. So it's October
I should
right
also
now.
just remind you that he did say that he was not the original owner of this creature. Someone else had it before him, so it's possible all these dates are his jobs that he's done, or they could be previous owners of this creature. He does look pretty old, so 1879 isn't unreasonable. And he might have been in his 20s or 30s then.
Uh,
Well, maybe this is just something we won't understand. It's not the supplies we came for. Maybe we're getting distracted.
I'll take the journal.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Okay.
I guess
you
I'll go to
guys-
go look for stuff.
Okay.
Let's check throughout the house.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way around the house. Where did it go? There we go. So from this reception room to the north is in here is a hallway. At the end of it, you can see an open door leading to a wash closet. And then there's rooms to the left and right. The back door appears to be open as well, and there's rain kind of pooling in the hall.
I'm going to use the restroom.
Don't melt.
yeah.
Do my best.
Looks like
That's not very
there's. Is this a stairway into the basement?
There is a basement, yes. Yeah.
Do any of the rooms look like studies, or they all look like just normal?
Are you, sorry, I just didn't know if you guys were checking the rooms. If you're checking the rooms, this one is clearly a study. This one is clearly a young lady's room. The stairwell that leads down is a door in the hallway, and then this is some sort of study as well, attached to the woman's room or the female room.
It could be Amelia's room. We should probably check that.
And then this room is attached to this study. So this is clearly Dr. Webb's study, and there's a large bureau in here.
I'll wash up and check out the study.
Okay. Are you checking out Amelia's study or Dr. Webb's
The
study?
doctor's study with the fireplace.
Okay.
I'm going to open up the bureau.
Okay. Edward is checking out this room. Hector, Rose, Jacob.
Rose is checking out the
Oh no,
female
sorry,
room.
Jacob.
Yeah,
Jacob.
I'll go with
Sorry,
Rose.
I'm playing Jacob. Okay. And where are you going, Rose?
Female's room.
Okay, Amelia's room. Okay. Hector, what would you like to do?
I want to check the basement.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. And all right, we'll just do that real quick. Jacob, yeah, you're in this room. You're looking around. The lights are not turning on. But you kind of take a look around.
I'll use my lighter. I have a lighter.
Okay. This bureau is very large. If you'd like to, you could try and open it.
Yes, I'm going to try to
the
open it.
bookshelf to the right, to your right, if you're looking at the bureau as well. The bureau opens. It does have what look like some rudimentary supplies. It's clear he's not running. He's not a doctor or a practicing doctor anymore. But there are some supplies in here. There's some alcohol as well, and some clothes. Jackets.
Is there a
things
bag?
like that.
Is there a doctor's bag that I can put some things in?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I'll take some medical supplies, everything that I can find that would fit comfortably in the bag that I think might be useful. So
Sure. Okay.
put it into the
You
bag.
find some needle and thread kind of stuff to stitch up cuts and scissors to cut gauze and things like that. You find some gauze. You find some alcohol. I don't know if they had rubbing alcohol back then, but whatever the equivalent would have been.
It'd be vodka,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
a
You
white
find
alcohol, yeah,
I'll tell you right now, witch
uh,
hazel.
Giggle juice.
is that what it was?
and witch hazel. Mhm.
Yeah, witch hazel. My grandmother loved that shit.
Yep.
Okay. And then you also
I'll also look at the bookcase.
yeah. The bookcase mostly just medical books. Nothing particularly interesting. Rose and Edward.
I just kind of follow Rose's lead. Rose is kind of digging around the room. I don't want to be too.
Right. If I'm thinking this is Amelia's room, I'm gonna go dig through it and look for anything.
Mm. I guess I'll just peek into the study to see if there's anything that stands out, but not dig through anything.
Sure. There's like what looks to be maybe a journal on her desk. Otherwise, there's nothing really in here. There's a bureau again for, or there's a bureau in her room for like, and you open it up. It's just got a women's clothing. They clearly have money. These clothes are very nice. Handmade, tailored. You can tell this is like the latest fashion. Um, you mentioned one of you mentioned looking at the book and the list of numbers on the right hand side. If that is money, that's a lot of money, and so you can clearly kind of get the idea that they're very well to do. Dr. Webb, and then by extension his granddaughter.
Anything in the journal?
It kind of describes. You just flip through it a little bit. It describes Amelia coming to this space to spend time with her grandfather. He called her from Boston to see if she wanted to spend some time with him, and she wanted to get out of the city, so she's been spending like the last 6 months, and it just describes her kind of relationships and people she's talked to. Apparently, there's some contention between her and Mary Lake, who was the woman working at the diner.
Okay.
My wife has just entered the room, so give me 1 second.
Contention.
Well, what is it? What did you find? What does it say?
Oh, just talks about how she was contacted from her grandfather to just come visit, and looks like she had some kind of contention with that lady up at the diner, Mary.
Just
She
a
was
little more
crying,
background.
too.
Right?
Yeah.
I've got a bag of medical equipment, supplies.
Oh, do you? What do you
What?
got? Let me see.
Where's Hector?
Just a little more background with the journal. She does describe Mary being jealous of her and the wealth that she's kind of fallen into spending time with her grandfather. Hector is in the basement. Hector, you get down
Yeah.
to the basement.
Uh-huh.
Um, Lots of like antique equipment,
Okay.
medical equipment, tables and other things covered in cobwebs. There is a water pump. It looks like they had some sort of interior pumping system. There is also what appears to be a generator. I'm not quite sure, what they had back then, but at least in the image that they supplied in this game for this game,
Uh-huh.
it does look like a generator of some kind. So I'm going to go ahead and post that in the chat. There we go. Uh, there's gas. If you wanted to, you could try and turn on the generator. It does look like the home has lost power.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I am going to try that.
Okay. Give me a mechanical repair.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
I think everybody has a baseline of 10%.
Yeah.
Actually, scratch that. Never mind. Don't do that because you would need to. You know where to put the gasoline. So you put the gasoline in its place, and the device turns on. And those of you upstairs, you suddenly see the lights turn on throughout the house.
Oh,
Hmm.
good man, Hector. Where? Must be in the basement.
You guys upstairs, you can kind of hear this generator turning on. It does funnel outside, so you don't have to worry about filling the place with smoke or anything like that. But yeah,
So, is there anything else in the basement that I
uh,
could find?
no, not really. Like I said, they just seem to store a bunch of old medical equipment down here.
Okay.
Uh,
Um, as far as the pump goes, is that working? Like, is there water coming out of it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you wanted to drink some, there's a little spigot. You absolutely could. Now that the power is running, it's working properly.
How does the water smell? Does it smell funny?
No,
Okay.
they're fine.
Wonder if there's
You guys. Oh, sorry,
hallucinogens in the
what?
water or something.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I was like, I'm wondering if there's hallucinogens in the water or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're definitely welcome to drink it.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like take a little sip. See what it's like.
It tastes real good.
Huh.
This is
Oh.
clean water. You're not used to this clean water living in New York City. So
Actually, New York City has very good clean water. Believe it or not.
Very clean water.
Yeah, New
I
York
think
City.
that's true today, but I don't know if that's true in the 1920s. Maybe I'm
Good
wrong.
point.
Yeah,
Good
good
point.
point.
But I know that I have listened to that. Was it Radio Lab? I think that did a really cool thing with them. But yes, I know. I have had New York City's water.
Uh, hmm. So, like, I drank the coffee, so the water for the rest of the town's kind of gross, huh?
uh, it's not as good as this.
Yeah. Okay.
This is some primo water. Like they must have dug real deep for this well.
Okay.
Again, clear indications of money here.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a couple more guzzles and then I'll head upstairs.
Okay.
Can I go check out the
Um,
garage? Or what were you?
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it. Yeah, I was just gonna see what you guys wanted to do next. Okay, so you head out towards the garage. As you are heading out, you kind of go out this door over here, and you see a crowbar. The door is clearly destroyed, like someone clearly ripped it open to get into the house. And the same was true for the front of the house. So, the indication is there was at least two people involved, two assailants.
Hmm.
As you're kind of heading out to the garage, you can see there is a car or a truck, excuse me, like lodged into the trees to the south here. Uh,
This is new?
like, well, you didn't see it because you went into the building in the front. But you saw the truck tracks. Remember, I told you there was truck
Oh,
tracks
okay. The
leading up in
tracks
this
I didn't
direction.
see disappear into the woods, just like behind the house.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a hill, and they kind of just roll downhill, and you can just see a truck has crashed into the tree line. Um,
Okay.
and then you guys head to the garage, or you can go check out
Or
that truck.
yeah, I mean, I guess I'll tell the other guys that I plan to go to the garage. I don't know if they're coming with me or whatnot. I'm gonna go to the garage instead of going to the forest car.
Okay. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm
You
I'm going to
stay
go
in
to the
house if
garage
you
too.
want? Okay.
Rose gonna follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Okay. So you all kind of head to the garage. Inside the garage, you find a beautiful car, mint condition. It looks like it's barely ever driven. It is under like a white sheet. This person, clearly again, just another sign of the opulence and the money that this person has. I don't know cars, so I don't know what it would have been a fancy car back then. But this is a very fancy car for the time.
It's better than my
Other
car.
than that, yeah, it is. Other
Not that
than
much,
that,
though?
there's
I'm sorry, you're trying to tell me
not
other
that
stuff.
much.
Okay.
No, not that much. You feel a little swell of pride, like, oh, I can afford a car for a guy who murders babies. I'm not that far
Well, I'm
behind.
almost thinking just replacing my car. This baby murder.
Oh, sure.
You know.
I'll tell you what.
There you go.
1920s. You're looking at probably a Rolls Royce Phantom.
There you go. He's got a Rolls Royce Phantom. Keys are just in the ignition too. When you look in, you're like, oh, the keys are right there. There's nothing else really in here. There's what looks like some supplies if you wanted to like fix the vehicle, but otherwise nothing really catching your eye in here. It looks like a shed, or it looks like a barn that was converted into a vehicle shed.
My father has one of these.
This car?
Yes.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Maybe we should take this car and see if it'll jump a power line.
I'll see if it starts. I'll hop in and
It
turn the
does.
key.
Yeah, it does, and it has a full tank of gas.
Mm.
It purrs too, just absolute, the pinnacle of.
Oh, this is
Like
exactly what
vehicle
father
perfection.
sounds like.
You know, maybe
Oh.
that.
Did you say there was a car that went into the woods?
Yeah.
There's a truck, that kind of rolled down the hill into the forest. It's lodged up against the trees.
You should probably
looks
check
like
that one
it,
out too.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have walked out of that truck.
I'll follow Hector.
Okay. So, you guys approach the vehicle.
I'm like, nah, I think your car's just as good.
Oh, you don't have to say that.
Especially with all the water damage and the blood.
I fought a lot of men for that car, but I have a feeling Jacob's dad got that very easy.
You guys head down to the vehicle. You're approaching it from the rear. Are you guys all coming around the same side? The driver's side, the passenger side? How would you like to approach the vehicle?
You go driver's side.
Oh, actually, let me give you one more piece. Sorry, let me give you one more piece of information. The passenger side door is open.
Okay. I'll go to the passenger side. You go to the driver's side.
Okay.
All right, we'll do
I'll
that.
stay at the back.
Hector, you approach. It's dark. It's very hard to see.
Yeah.
But you do see what appears to be a lump in the passenger seat. And Edward, are you trying to open the driver's side door, which is currently closed?
Sure, yeah. I'd be looking through the window first just to see what I'm getting myself into, but...
Sure. There are scorch marks on the window. Looks like something was burned inside. And when you kind of put your hand on the doorknob, the door handle, it is melted. It is melted. So you're not able to pull on it at all.
Okay. This is not looking good.
So if you wanted to go inside the vehicle, you'd have to do it from the passenger side.
Gotcha. All right, well, I guess I start going around the other way then, while Hector's seeing what he sees.
There's another body, huh?
Another one?
It's definitely a lump. I'm gonna kind of investigate the lump.
Okay.
Like,
You have a lighter or something?
it doesn't say I have one in my.
I think it's reasonable to have one.
All right, yeah, I'll
Chances are
start.
everyone's smoking.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
light it. And
unless you
maybe
want to tell me that your character doesn't smoke, in which case you don't have a lighter.
no, I have a lighter, and we'll say like a stick from the ground, kind of poke it.
Sure. So you kind of lean in just a little bit to get your lighter out of the rain.
Yeah,
You turn you hit the lit and then you poke this thing. It is far more melted uh, than the elderly gentleman at the gas station.
yeah.
Whatever did this clearly had more time
Uh-huh.
or wanted to spend more time with it. It's unclear.
Sanity check.
Um, no, because I think you've already seen this once. I don't think we need another sanity check.
Okay. I'm gonna say to the guys. I'm gonna say, looks like they got this guy good.
While he was driving, even. Oh,
Well, this is the passenger. I think, great.
No, he's the driver.
Oh, okay.
The passenger's door is open.
oh, someone else was
You
here.
actually,
They escaped.
yeah. If you look at you actually see like mud inside the passenger seat vehicle, like on the floorboards.
I
It's
wonder,
pretty clear someone else was sitting there and then opened the door to get out.
I wonder if this is where Billy was sitting.
Does it smell like Billy?
I don't know what Billy smelled like.
Yeah, you're right.
What if it was the girl? Or the one inside that's only half a man? The half a chap.
This is other half, even.
Well, wouldn't there be tracks
Are there
going from the end
tracks?
of the house? I'm gonna look for tracks.
There, so there aren't any tracks here because this is not where the vehicle started. But if you want to backtrack and go back towards the house
Yeah,
to where the tracks for the vehicle started,
yeah,
you can clearly see that two individuals scrambled into this vehicle.
yeah.
It looks like they started to move,
Uh-huh.
and then something happened, and they didn't quite make the turn. At this point to kind of head out of here,
Okay.
and they just rolled like in neutral or something into the forest here.
When did the footsteps go away from the passenger door? Or did
Sorry,
he not
we're
find
talking about back at the house.
They go towards
no,
the back
you
of the
do-
house where the crowbar broke the door down?
Yeah, so you do see footsteps, pretty large ones, that run out of into the forest, heading to the. Gosh, I'm trying to think of where I am. Heading towards the north.
Too large to be that of the girl we saw on the road?
Correct.
Must be
And
Billy.
also clearly wearing shoes, which Emily was not wearing shoes.
Could there be someone else?
Or Amelia, excuse me.
There must
Amelia. Or could Billy have lost his clothing along the way?
Oh.
Well, it's entirely possible. Oh, sorry. Not here. Over here.
The insanity might have made him take his clothes off.
Maybe he thought it would throw it off its path. Maybe he thought it would shake off the scent or something.
Maybe
So
his clothes just got hot.
Did Billy have a
But,
pattern
all the
on his head?
melting, I wonder if he was worried he would melt. Sorry, what did you say?
Did we see anyone with a pattern on their forehead?
No.
But it is green.
Okay.
As Hector kind of surmised, it does look like this thing was released in a final desperate attempt to kill the people who were in the house or maybe protect Amelia. It's unclear.
But all we know is that we think that this creature lived in this box, and it's now on the loose. And the only way to get it to come back is to give it some sort of food.
A host. The food
Yeah,
has to be a
well,
person, right?
none of us here are corrupted by demons. You know, will fair to assume. Does that mean we? Hey, I got an idea.
What are you thinking?
That Jake fella.
Yeah, the guy with the guy with the beard.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be the bait.
Something's off about him.
Perhaps.
He'd make a good bait, I think.
I mean, I think that waitress knew more than she was letting on.
Well, maybe we should take this information back to the diner and see what we can find out.
Yeah, we just have to be
Yeah, that's
careful. There are people moving to make sure this monster is free. We have to watch out for them.
Well, we'll take the box and we'll take the journal, and if we need to, we find the responsible person, we know how to at least trap the thing again. Did we find any wax in the house? Aromatic wax.
Yeah,
Smell
there
around.
was a little there was a little satchel inside a little pouch inside the
Inside the chest?
yeah,
Inside the box. Okay.
it is a pretty small box, but it's big enough to hold a few things. So
Yeah, and now that I got old Bessie here, he pats the shotgun. He's like, we got nothing to fear.
We didn't find any medical shit.
No, we did.
Yes,
Jacob found
Go ahead. I've got a full bag. I've got it for Rose right here. She's
Okay.
probably the best one to use it.
As you've already witnessed.
are you guys heading back to the gas station?
I suppose we are.
Yep.
Or do you guys want to just drive past it?
Yeah,
I
let's just
mean,
get out of here and the adventure now.
Well, I'm sure there's other stuff up on the road, you know?
Could be.
Or not.
Well, we came this far. I thought you wanted to capture this thing.
I mean, we did
Well,
grab
we
the
can-
box for a reason.
We can choose to right or wrong.
Well,
This thing being free is definitely a wrong.
or hear me out. We could take the box, take the journal, take the wax, bring it up to, bring it back to the
Bolton?
to the diner
Oh yeah.
and give it to them and say, hey, this is all you need to do to solve your monster problem, and then we get out of here.
True, it's not our responsibility.
Yeah, that guy with the mustache seemed like he was in charge.
All
That
right,
seems
I
rather
like that
cowardly.
plan. I like that plan a lot. I think we should quit this place while we still have our lives and our sanity.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then we can kind of figure our way around the electrical thing, and we can, try to at least make it to Bolton by, a reasonable hour.
How much gasoline do we have left in our vehicle?
You guys would make it to Bolton in your vehicle, and the Phantom had a full tank.
I know, but the girl whose grandfather owns the Phantom could report it stolen, and that could be very problematic for us in the future. I do not think we should steal this car.
Yeah, we could steal some gas, though.
Definitely
Well,
cited
we've
that.
got enough fuel.
But guys,
Yeah.
I'm conflicted. I know I was the first to say we just avoid the woman and all of this, but Rose has a point. We're caught up in this now. It would be. We'd be.
If we
running.
provide the citizens with a path out, I feel like we've done so much for them.
Yeah, we practically solved the case. All we need to do is just tell them, hey, you got to find one of your fellow town people with some evil in them, and then you got to use that evil to bring upon the monster. You know, I mean, we can't know who's the evil ones. That's up to the
Who
town.
here is prepared to sacrifice someone?
I mean, I don't know nobody. You know,
I mean, I said before, I think that Jake fella make a good sacrifice.
He's just a frightened man.
don't
There's
know
more
him.
to him. There's
And
more
he's a
to him.
man, and this is all talking about like evil baby abortion stuff. I mean,
He's a frightened man.
I think you know what I think. I think the waitress has got something going on. I think there's a little more going on with the waitress that we should check out her because she might be, shall we say, with child and you know looking for the because she seemed real concerned about everything going on. Remember, she was crying and stuff, and
And
she was.
Amelia's journal did say that she had some problems with her as well.
Yeah, I think we got to go back either way.
Well, we got to go that way either way, so
We do have to go back either way. I do agree with that.
let's stop by there.
I think you're right about that Mary lady.
All right, hop in. Start the car.
Okay, you guys heading.
Uh,
And you're not taking the Phantom, right?
Shotgun.
We
No.
are not taking the Phantom.
Well, is there a gas
Uh,
can that we can siphon and then bring extra gas with
Oh,
us?
sure.
All right.
Yeah, there is.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll siphon some
Uh,
gas.
You
Shouldn't
guys
I,
head back.
shouldn't I ride shotgun because I'm the guy with the literal shotgun?
Yeah.
That's a
It's
good
only
point.
fair. Thematically apt.
Agreed.
So, you guys head back. As you approach the diner, all of the lights are off. It does. You can see that the pig farmer's truck is gone.
That's the one we moved
but
originally?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
But the power line is still down. But yeah, we'll leave it at that.
So you said the lights are off?
Yeah, the lights are off,
Oh,
and you don't
geez.
see any movement or anything.
Honk the horn.
Ooga.
Yeah, yeah. It's-
That would be awesome. It summons the monster. Yeah, you guys want to go past the power line?
I think we might need to. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
well, should we look through the glass first?
Well, the
Honk
glass
the horn again.
was shattered by the explosion. So
We
there's
should
no glass on the.
Oh, on the
we should.
Okay. What were you saying, Hector?
I was gonna say we should check it out.
Just make sure to see what's in there. Does it look like it's late enough that they should be closed? It's obviously odd that the lights are off now. Yeah.
Unless the light got all of them.
Oh my god.
And if it did, we'd be best served by escaping now.
Is there a way to know if there's melted lumps in there?
I'm looking around.
Yeah, you're good at spotting the lumps.
I'll get out of the car.
Oh, a lot of lumps.
Lovely lady lumps. You go. Yeah, you go ahead and enter. It does appear there is one, two lumps on the ground. Would you like to? You want to try and figure out who they are? Or?
I don't know if it matters.
I will look. Yeah, I want to see if I can figure out who they are.
So one of them is pretty small.
Yeah.
It's clearly it's either Winifred or Mary. It's unclear.
Uh-huh.
And the other one is a bit larger.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of making the guess it's either Sam or Jake.
Uh,
There is a lot of blood on under the awning, and Jake was standing pretty close to that explosion.
yeah.
It looks like someone dragged him perhaps back into the diner, and then it's unclear what happens after that.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the car, get in, and tell everybody what happened. Then I can see.
Well, some of them lived then.
We need to leave.
Yeah, follow that truck.
Okay. You
Make
guys head
sure
north?
that the wire doesn't touch any of the metal of the vehicle. As long as the rubber of the tires goes over, it won't ground us. We should be fine.
Okay.
Better be right.
You guys head north. You're able to move around this down power line. You head north and you make it to Bolton. And we're going to go ahead and just call this an epilogue here. What do you guys do with the box and the journal?
I think we should try selling it at the auction.
Oh. Oh no, that's that's fuel. That's seeds for a 2-shot right there.
Huh. That's interesting.
So, I think the first thing Hector would do, is try to make some phone calls to see if any of his supernatural contacts would have any knowledge of it, or like any way to either destroy it or nullify it or anything like that. But at the end of the day, he's probably like, yeah, fuck it, let's sell it at the auction.
Okay.
Let's see what happens, you know?
I think for the right audience, it would fetch a fine price.
Yeah, there's a lot of interest in the occult, you know?
There are certain circles, exactly.
Are you guys
The
not
great
worried
interest in
that
things like this.
this evil is loose in the world, and in order to stop it, someone is now going to have to pay?
Well, that's kind of my concern. At first, everyone seemed concerned to stop it. Now everyone doesn't care anymore.
I can't bring myself to be the one to perform the sacrifice, but I
Yeah,
also can't deny that it does need to be performed by someone. I'd rather not have that choice on my conscience, knowing it must be done.
I agree.
yeah, I mean, there's no. It seemed like it was attracted to people who had some sort of evil inside them. I mean, you know, something out there eating things that have evil in them isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I'm just gonna push back here for a second.
Yeah,
It did eat Teddy Brewer, the old man.
maybe he had some
Well,
evil in him.
maybe, yeah, he was abusing someone at home, probably.
He was real vicious to those pancakes.
Yeah,
He tore into those. Yeah, it's true.
With his mouth open.
Okay.
Everyone's got a little evil in them.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't pay for them, and he left the diner, so
Oh,
he dined and
that's
dashed,
true.
and that's why I got him.
that's the sin. Yeah.
The ultimate
Gluttony.
Dash went to heaven. Yeah.
Telling you,
Gluttony,
Jake was the
dude.
perfect patient.
Okay. Okay. So we can end it there. I think that's a good point. I actually really like this adventure because it has such a weird open-ended. Like, are they going to commit a sacrifice? Kind of deal. I'm happy to do a second one if you guys want. The auction thing is actually another adventure. I just use that as the adventure to seed this adventure, so there's a reason
Right.
you guys are all together.
Right.
But the auction adventure is one. It's called the ray gun, the disintegrator, is what it's called. And I'm happy to run that. It's actually a pulp Cthulhu adventure or a one shot. I'd be happy to run that in the future at some point if you guys want to. This doesn't happen now, but I would love feedback, thoughts, suggestions for the future, things you like, things you didn't like. Yeah, I always wonder if this is too slow or boring sometimes.
No, I think it's really
Yeah, I
fun
think-
and engaging.
We filled
Right,
it
it's
in
a nice
with our
twitch
role
up.
play.
Yeah.
Right. It's definitely more roleplay heavy, but that's a nice switch up than what we're used to.
Mhm.
I think that it's a great vehicle for that, though. I love doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. So if you guys,
I get to play a snarky kid from New York. It was fun.
Yeah.
um,
I got to play a cowardly British man who was pretending that he was protecting the woman every time he ran away.
that's what he was doing. I didn't even pick up on that. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to play this one again, but you know, yeah, anytime. This was fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's know.
Yeah, we'd love to run maybe in November or something. Towards the end of November, I could run one more. Could do the
Cool.
We could do the disintegrator, which I think it's either a 1 or a 2 shot, but it's a real blast. It'll also be a slightly different system, so I'll have to figure out how that's going to work in
I'm
um,
I'm
Foundry.
interested how far off of like a real ending we are.
So this is the weird thing. In most Call of Cthulhu like written stories, there are no actual endings,
Yeah.
and there isn't one even here. You guys could have attempted to sacrifice one of yourselves. Like if you guys stopped here and were like, okay, Hector's gonna get the thing written on him, and he's gonna die, and we're gonna put this in the box. That's where it would have ended. I had a group who after the Teddy thing, not Teddy, whatever the meathead guy
Billy?
who broke in
Billy.
through the glass,
Yeah.
Billy. After he died, and he died a little bit different in a different story or a different way I ran it. The players just left. They didn't bother with anything else. They were like, "Nope, we're done. We don't want any part of this." Like
Fuck
everyone
this
was
shit,
still
we're outta
alive.
here.
Yeah.
They just left. My friend, he when I ran this for people in real life, my friend when they came across Amelia, they hit her, and
On purpose?
they hit her and they pushed the roll, and she got like seriously injured, and they were like, "We're gonna dump her at the diner," and then they left. Now, I was like, "Well, that's the end of the story. I don't have anything. There's nothing after that. So if you guys just leave her," but that was their plan. They were just gonna like, "Yeah, we'll just leave her here," and now we leave. And so like there is no real ending to this. I think it's one of the more open-ended ones, which is another reason I really like it,
Yeah.
because you
So
guys
much
can
you can
do just
interact
about
with.
anything you want. Yeah, I've had ones where they hung out at the diner and just slowly died one by one. If you guys had hung out at the diner for too long, like Jake would have run off and tried to get into his car and he would have been eaten. Mary has a gun. If you guys start asking about, or if Amelia comes to, because again, if you're spending a bunch of time there, Amelia comes to. Mary like pulls a gun on her and tries to kill Amelia because the background here is that Mary's boyfriend got a couple of his buddies together and they tried to rob the old man. And Amelia was home. They shot the old man when he didn't like the old man was like, "Don't take the box, take everything else, just leave the box." They were like, "We want the box," and so he tried to wrestle them. They shot him, and then he released the creature as a kind of a way to get Amelia to safety, hoping that she would be able to escape.
That's
Um,
funny. We thought
So
that
you
you
know how
were
I,
releasing the monster on purpose.
Yeah.
no,
You ever see that?
oh, that's what I
Show,
thought.
you ever see that show? It was like Fantastic Stories or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I know what you're talking about. I've seen a
Yeah,
few shows like that.
yeah. Well, this kind of feels like this was like a TV show, but then right when Jacob was like, "We'll sell it at the auction," it's like, "Uh-oh, it just became a series."
Yep.
yeah.
So you know what?
Well,
I remember I said I played this. I played this one time about 20 years ago, and I'm like 85% sure it was this.
The
It was
same.
Deadlight. But here's the thing, though, is that I have no memory of any of this. But let me know, Richard, if maybe if there's the same thing. But I remember we followed the Will-O-Wisp out into like the woods, and it led to a swamp and then a temple, and we went into the temple, and then like everyone fell into a pit of scorpions that killed them. Is that here, or because that
no.
was?
This is a older. This is like Call of Cthulhu rehashes a lot of their stories, like the company Chaosium. So it's entirely possible that an older version was that way. It was rewritten,
Ah.
for 7th edition. So it's possible. I don't know. But there's no temples or anything in this one.
Okay. So if you follow a
You
will-o-wisp
guys,
to the woods, so I was like, oh wait, this is this, but
Yeah.
I just gave that description to Hector because I felt like it was a good kind of description that he might have picked up.
Yeah.
Either from his own background or from his time,
okay.
kind of investigating these creepy weird things.
So
So
was really cool.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it's really cool that to do this Lovecraft based thing. I just narrated the Shunned House by H.P. Lovecraft for an independent publisher like 2 weeks ago. So
Yes.
I'm like
I
all
don't know that
H.P.
story.
Lovecrafted up, and it was
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
nice. Yeah, his stories are they're pretty good. They definitely I don't get the terror in a lot of them, but I like them. I like the mystery of it. Yeah. So one other thing I'll just say is, had you guys decided to just take off and you guys didn't want to like do a second part, which I'm very excited about, but if you didn't want to do that, I was going to play it that like the other group made it to town. They reported you guys for kidnapping. You guys were going to get investigated, and that you would be reading reports of people going missing as this thing slowly crept its way towards Bolton. And then, over the next couple of years, epilogue, you guys would see this thing devouring small communities on its way to. You just always have that thought in the back of your head, like, huh, was that thing that we didn't stop?
It's returning to its
Yeah.
box.
What's
So,
funny is
but yeah, it doesn't.
yeah. I was
It doesn't specify anything about evil or anything like that. It just eats anybody it wants to, or not even eats. It
Well,
invades
Sin
rest.
Eater was in there. I think that's why. I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably someone's speculation,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
It's not necessarily the truth of the monster, but yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like maybe 45 minutes from Bolton, and
Oh, nice.
I live in Providence, which is like the Cthulhu myth home. So it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Arkham a real place?
Arkham
No.
is not. Arkham is a city
Oh.
that he made up. Arkham, Massachusetts.
Gotcha.
What just happened? Why is
Farm
I-
Ridge Valley, huh?
Who's playing Farm Merge Valley?
That's not me.
Dan, you did it. It says you were prompting.
apparently like something we're gonna play farm?
Nice.
Got it. Let's get it going.
I do. I would also just, if you guys want to do maybe this next year, but I also would love to run one of these. There's this one. I forget what it's called exactly, but you guys play characters who are in a Hooverville. I don't know if you're familiar with that. During the Great Depression, it was the towns that these little tent cities that popped up due to the people losing their homes, and they were called Hoovervilles after
J. Edgar Hoover?
What was his name? J. Edgar Hoover. Thank you. No.
No, it was
the
Herbert
president?
Hoover.
Herbert Hoover?
Yeah, Herbert Hoover.
Yeah.
Thank you, Herbert Hoover.
The thing I love about that particular campaign though, or that it's a like 2 or 3 shot, but the thing I love about it is the characters, because you're all in a Hooverville, you're already down on your luck, so your luck starts at like a quarter of what it would otherwise be. It's pretty amazing.
How does that play in the long run? Because, like, I feel like using it, you're giving up something, but then I never saw it play a role in any of the roles today.
So in theory, I could have you guys do a luck roll. I could be like, all right, everybody, make a luck roll, and that person, whoever fails the luck roll, might be the target of the creature, or oh, you wanna look in here and see if there's a specific item. Make a luck roll, like, oh yeah, you found a gun or whatever, that kind of
I
thing.
see. Okay.
That's a little bit aggressive. I don't think I'd give you a gun for a luck roll, but maybe I might have done a luck roll for like the medical supplies.
I see. Yeah,
Okay.
So
that's cool.
that kind of thing. Yeah. So you spend it, and you can get it back. Usually between sessions, you get, I think, 1d6 back, or you have to roll, and if you roll under your or over your number, then you get a d6 back.
That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I have run a campaign. It's pretty awesome. This is probably my favorite system, just because I do love the mystery and the Anyway, I like this a lot. So, all right. Well, I gotta go. Probably take care of a baby or something. Who knows?
Okay, guys.
Well, thanks for running
Thank
it,
you
dude.
guys
Awesome.
for letting
This
me
is
do
great.
it.
this
Yeah.
was fun.
And,
Yeah, I had a lot of
if
fun.
you guys have any more feedback or anything, like, yeah, let me know it. I
All right,
appreciate
cool.
it. Thank you
Well,
very much.
if I can be there
I guess.
tomorrow, I will. But I'll let you know beforehand.
Yeah, well, I mean, I totally get the circumstances.
And
Just let me
if
know,
not, then just
Just a cat
snake slash
5.
hit stuff.
It's just a cat
Okay.
5. Yeah, no big deal. Just a guy and a half.